This is the X&C Podcast, your Xbox newscast, featuring Colteastwood and Mag, hosting industry interviews and gaming talk live on YouTube every Monday night at 5 p.m. on the West Coast, 8 p.m. on the East Coast. For all of you listening around the world, X&C Podcast is available on demand on Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. Welcome to the show. Join the chat, hit the like button, and let's get into this week's topics with the Xbox Newscast. 2, 1. Welcome. Somehow I missed that.
Just put you off completely.
Yeah. It's welcome. This is episode 121. I'm here with my temporary co-host, a guest host, I guess. Septic Sauce.
The OG host. What's this? Which version of me you've got with no hair? What the fuck? OG version.
You're rebranding yourself. I don't even know if you're even the same guy. I even put instead of putting Gaz, I made a little title card for you to say Septic Sauce. So
shoot.
Yeah, we got the real thing. Let me go back to YouTube, make sure we're good to go. I think we are. Yeah, Red Wolf already with the super chat goes, chicken strips with the macaroni. So Gaz, I'll get to Gaz in a second, but he's got me hooked on these Instagram reels. I watch them for hours instead of actually being productive, and that's one of them is this dog lip syncing macaroni with the chicken strips.
That's a lie. His algorithm is literally big booty hoes.
You mean big booty dudes is what my algorithm is. That's what I'm here for. Gaz, how are you, bro?
Very different from mine.
That
was mine.
It's the same. How are you, bro?
How am I? I'm telling you how I am. I'm ABK good. That's how good I am. Spider-Man. Nobody cares.
Bro,
I don't care.
Spider-Man is launched with a 91 meta, and they're out here talking about Pete Hines and Starfield all day.
What are you doing, bro?
Fixing my mind. That's what they were doing. They're like, Starfield.
Oh, they were there.
They're like Xbox.
Bro.
Yeah.
This look kind of weird. Yeah, bro. Like, it's 91. We kind of saw that this game was turning out to be really good. Like, even on Twitter, I had to give it my flowers before launch. I'm like, I want to shit on it, but it looks good. And for me to say that about Spider-Man is pretty significant because I thought 2018 was overrated as hell. I haven't played Miles Morales yet, and it looks like Insomniac have delivered an incredible game. I think VGC called it like the Uncharted 2 of Spider-Man.
They aren't the only ones that said that. Yeah.
And now this cements Insomniac above Naughty Dog because they've consistently delivered quality and such a crazy rate that it's putting a lot of shame. And I still don't give a shit about Spider-Man because I don't give a shit. They even have the stealth missions back from like the Mary Jane stuff. I was just like, are you dumb, bro?
I mean, I wasn't planning on jumping right into it, but did you see how that Mary Jane mission looked like it was ripped right out of Watch Dogs Legion? Like it looked just like it. Good game, by the way.
That annoys me in game design so much. Like this game that goes so deep into like the realism or the visual flair of it and comic book feel, and then you've got lumped in with this just horrendous stealth system that was in 2018. They say it's improved, so I'm not assuming it's bad, but they still say it's tiresome. I'm like, why? Like, but apparently the bigger other thing was the side missions have really improved. Apparently, I haven't read all those reviews. I've seen snippets here and there because generally I don't give a about Spider-Man. It's so shit. I think it's overrated as hell.
I just like seeing Mary Jane with the Stanley mug, and she's got the little purse, and she's just all trendy with the pumpkin spice latte, looking like a 40-year-old Mary Jane Watson.
Bro, what the hell? What is that? Mary Jane. And then you have Marissa Tomei. Do you know how hot Marissa Tomei is?
I'm always had really familiar.
I know you like men, but Marissa Tomei is like.
I can't even sloop down in this seat, bro. I can't even do the classic, like, oh.
No, but it's not Marissa Tomei. And then it's that chick from X-Files, Gillian Anderson. Those are like real MILFs. Sorry.
Yes!
Why are we talking about
She does
this?
kind of look like the Gillian Anderson from Scully. Was it
Damn.
Scully?
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
Scully was her name?
I leaked some stuff. Scully, what? Sorry, I wasn't
That's like
listening.
her name in X-Files. You're going way back to like when you were like 12 was when that show was out.
Scully, yeah.
Yeah.
Mulder and Scully. They had this weird dynamic. It was like, just impregnate her already. Come on, man. I wanted him to get it on like season 1.
Bro, you got to have
like,
the tension. Like, well.
But all the seasons, by the time they actually got it on, they were really old. I'm like, this is like GILF now. Okay, that's taking it too far. But they weren't that much older. But it's just like, should have done it in your prime where your testosterone was high, Mulder. Now it's just going to be like, And I don't even know what happened.
Give you a little kiss on the cheek. Just a little kiss.
I mixed it though. Oh, sorry. What are we talking about? Oh yeah.
I don't even know. I haven't even started the show proper. But
why did you make the thumbnail Spider-Man?
Why didn't I? I could throw Spider-Man on while we're talking here. I don't know. I made our little promo picture, us with Spider-Man. So I thought it'd be fun. Just meme it up.
Oh,
just
I thought thumbnails.
No, that wasn't the thumbnail. No.
Oh, I was gonna say.
The thumbnail is handsome Phil Spencer, a bunch of games that are coming, which we're going to talk about today. We're gonna Gaz like messaged me while I was getting ready for the show, and he's like, "What are we talking about tonight?" And I'm like, "Xbots and ponies." It's going to be a good show.
Oh yeah.
So just to give you guys an idea, since you're here, this is episode 121. We are on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts. If you're going to have a good time, if you planned on it, like if you set it aside in your calendar to have a good time tonight, hit the like button. It means a lot for the show. We're going to talk about Pete Hines. We're going to talk about Jim Ryan briefly. We're going to talk about Spider-Man just a little bit more. We're going to talk about... believe it or not, a little bit of Starfield, an Xbox versus PlayStation, there's a crazy discussion we're going to get into, and we're going to talk about ABK and what that means. Gaz, I know you know what the whole gamut is that we're going to run. Before I do that, I'm going to ask you a couple questions, but I got to read out special thanks to Pushing Polygons, who is a channel sponsor who is in the Colteastwood Masterclass, the Superclass thing, and we're going to be meeting up probably tomorrow or soon to talk about his channel. Thank you for his support. I'm going to read out the patrons and channel members.
Meet him out. That's really good of you, man.
What's that?
Like you reach out as a content creator and help them and stuff.
Yeah. If you're signed up to the super class, we go on Discord for like 2 hours and talk about thumbnails, camera, lighting, mic, production, delivery.
You don't know who's gonna get.
What's that?
I mean, it's nice. I mean, you guys are lovely, but then you might just get someone going, yes, I don't want to learn anything. I just want to hear your voice.
Oh, and that's when I go,
happen.
Welcome to the Colteastwood Superclass. Oh, yeah.
That's wicked.
And I just put up feet pictures the whole time. If that's what they want, it's just feet pictures for an hour and a half. But yeah,
Colt is so patient as well, like ridiculously patient. I troll him all the time. When you did my septic source stuff for my channel, he was so good at the way he did it, and he's very patient.
Well, thank you, but yeah, I mean, I like helping.
Why am I selling you your shit? I'm not your prostitute. Let's go back to the game topics. What am I doing? What is this?
Okay. Fair enough. Hey, people, there was somewhere along the line, somebody's taught me something, so I'm willing to pass it on, except if it's for Zucker. I'm not teaching him anything. Let me read these people before KY Bob Sass, Loopy, Jazzy Noop, Ricky Fallon, Hardy, Johnny, Jason Lewan, Lord Senator, William Riggs, Farscape, Matt Houston, Chance Wolf, Zimic, Happy Bomb, Yodonic Exotic, Suicide King, Robert Jackson, Dante, Moody, Betamac, Dark CMF. Oh, man. Gosh, some of these names. Septic Sauce, who's Gaz, Zenner White, Devaro 2, Reek Havoc, V Simcoe, Assassin Poochie, Dub, Reed, and Blade, Risking for the Biscuit, True 77, Mike 4, Red Source, the Tattoo Tier, Dave's Games, Pen Apple Pen, Trail Roberts, Mac Bound. I'm almost done, guys. Don't you love that? Meat Puppet, Red Wolf, and Alan Dentry. Gamer by choice, JJ Golan. Rippin', Highlander, Techno K-Man, Fires That Blue Number, Kung Fu Hot Dog, Uncle Chowder, Shooter, Tex Made, VMAC, Cliptos, B. Martin, Sith Lord, Good Old Collingwood, Lawrence Davenport, Dead Time, and KJ Wars 85. There, that's all of them. They're on the list below on the ticker.
Members, bro. You can start
bro, they're amazing.
They're
amazing.
Started a cult. Sorry, I didn't realize.
What have you been playing? I want to talk about what you've been playing because it kind of gets us into the first topic. Like, what have you been doing?
A game that you refuse to play. You're a piece of even though I bought it. Which I'm telling you, it's not really your. I don't know. I don't think you'll like it.
Okay.
Armored Core 6.
Yeah, I know what game you're talking about.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you'll like it, but I just so good. I'm stuck in this stupid mission where there's this. I thought I was doing really well. I'm stuck in this mission where there's all these freaking. You're stuck in this little confined space, and the G1 mech, 3 different mechs drop at you, and you're like, I'm sorry. So the game is forcing you to change your robot, and I don't know which way it wants me to go. I had to look at a freaking thing, how to beat this, and it goes, you have to unlock a flamethrower. I'm like, oh, I feel cheapened for even looking on the internet how to beat this thing, because I thought this is ridiculous. But yeah, it's hard, but it's such a good game, and there's so many good games, Cole, this year. That
I don't even know when I would get to Armored Core.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
it's a mad year. It's a mad year. I think even the console war side, like people hate. Actually, I was going to say it's not that bitter because everyone's got games. But PlayStation just got a game. But they'll be done with it in 2 days, so we can talk about the real topic and the real source and why. Well, you haven't even talked about it yet. The game changer.
It is a game changer. We're gonna get into it, and I'm gonna have some stuff on screen to kind of go along with the old game changer and get danked into the mood. Speaking of being danked into the mood, like I decided to get right into the Phantom Liberty after playing 60 hours from start of Cyberpunk, starting the campaign over. And I decided, you know what? I'm not gonna redo everything. I'm just gonna go right into Phantom Liberty. It's time, and it's just such a vibe. And the game, oh my gosh, even on a console, the game looks amazing. So it's been a good thing. I'm also played the literal wheels off of Forza Motorsport. Guys, you know I've done every race that's available in the game.
Have you done the Rivals?
I did enough of the Rivals to unlock 2 achievements. Then I'm like, and I'm done. I'm done for now. But I could be doing that, yeah. So
I like Rivals, but yeah.
I want to ask you a little bit about Forza. It's been really, this past week and a half, it's been kind of controversial. Forza Horizon was supposed to knock everyone's faces off their skull and into the back seat, and sometimes it has, sometimes it hasn't. Like, what do you have to say about it after this much time?
I was like, something happened with the game. Like, what happened? But you mean just generally?
I don't know what to say. For me, it gets better the more I play it. But after all this said and done, how are you feeling about Forza right now?
Bro, my review sticks. Like what I said in my review stand. This game it just feels incredible. The main thing is the feeling and how much I feel Forza went and became serious this time. And so in my review, I said I'll be interested to see whether the racing sim community would have decided whether Gran Turismo 7's sim stuff is better than Forza. And the ones I've seen, like 3 or 4, they are like Super GT and some other big ones. They still give the win to GT. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't feel the car. And
Super GT's been giving the win to Forza, though. I thought the stuff I watched. Is he still preferring Gran Turismo?
I'll check out. I only checked it once. I don't really know in detail. But really, like, I'm surprised. I think I said this on my show. I think maybe last week. I said to Asa, look, I think this is going to be one of those races where people over time will actually say, hold on, this game is not just like simcade as much as the people are saying. Like the physics in this game are serious. And I think someone today was so I've seen one guy say he's a pro racer. He races at Brands Hatch or so wherever in whatever on track in real life, and he played the game. And he says Forza is considerably better than GT. So it was like anecdotal evidence. I need to see what others are saying. So
that's
it's not definitive, but I'm starting to see other people say the same thing. I told you the controls are sick. I told you the feeling is mad. I put it in my review. Like, no one is talking about. Well, actually, a few reviewers did talk about it and said this is really feels great. And then now people are starting to realize that that was the point I was making. So for me, Forza, and I regret because I'm doing a lot for my channel. Shit, that's why I haven't been playing that much. and
Yeah.
studio stuff and all of that. But the Forza, I just got back into it thanks to quick resume, which is so freaking weird that you start
It's
a
been
race where
breaking
you
in
left
quick
off.
resume too, though.
You're like, oh shit! Oh yeah, it has been breaking. The sound's messed up.
Or it crashes after coming back from quick resume. I was going to bring that up. You were talking about that YouTuber. I didn't know you knew about that, but his name is Kirith. Kirith has like 60,000 subs, and I don't know what his pedigree or his experience is on the real racetrack in real life, like you said, but he said he drove a Toyota Supra, the new Toyota Supra model, on that Brands Hatch track. And then he turned around and came home and played Gran Turismo 7 and Forza with that same car on the same track. And he said far and away that Forza felt more like real life on being there.
Yeah.
And I feel that when I played.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about the same one. So nobody's really talking about Forza right now. I just want to kind of bring that up as it's kind of an interesting thing that Gran Turismo has a higher score by 2 points or whatever it is. But they got to slip by that microtransaction thing, and oh gosh,
that's why I don't rate the GT7 reviews, bro. Like literally, the next day the microtransactions came in, and like you're telling me that would not affect the scale or the score of the game.
And PlayStation
like,
Games reviews, they all come in that morning. Like they don't come in over the week.
Complaining immediately about the credit system. Let's not get it twisted. A lot of people say, "Oh no, it doesn't take that long to unlock stuff," but people did complain in the GT community about that. So, like, it's not insignificant. Now, for me, the things I'm enjoying Forza so much. I'll be honest with you. I don't care what people say about GT. It's that much better. I can see where the pitfalls were because reviewers generally they just want a little bit of pizzazz. And they didn't get that pizzazz.
No.
Like Forza always does, like, you know, Dubai. There's like, the thing is, the technology also in a certain way may have compromised that because the game sometimes doesn't look that great, and then sometimes it looks incredible. To me, I genuinely think Forza is much better than GT when you play it. When people show the replays and stuff, I'm like, that looks nice there, but when I'm playing it, when you're racing, it's not. VR is a different conversation. That's immersion. Still blurry in my opinion, but that's just generally VR. But like, I don't know, man. To me, Forza is much better, man. I genuinely, bro, I love GT 1 and 2. Like that, the game I spent so much time playing.
Oh yeah.
And
when you were 12.
Mad. So I thought, yeah, and even when you hear the start. Like the, you know, the iconic lap start sound. It's not. I felt that I was like, oh man, kind of get a little bit of nostalgia when I was playing GT7. I genuinely, and I'm not kidding. I was like, no console warring. Let me just assess this game.
Oh really?
No, genuinely. I'm not joking because I'm a massive GT 1 and 2 fan. I was like, all right, let me just play this. And the start pissed me off so much. Game, absolutely overrated piece of just get rid of this shit. So boring to play, so sterile. Everyone's like, it's so good, it's like a racing thing, and it's like, bruv, when have you driven anything more than a rickshaw, man? Just chill. Like, it's true though. Like, it's just like, what are you doing? Like, bruv, like, okay, it's Super Simcade. I get it. There's a prestige there, but are you enjoying it more because it's like that? It's like, yeah, maybe, but then you have to. If you're playing with one of these and you have that. And you're talking about like Simcade, then you're not that into it because you're playing with a joypad. Get a wheel, get like a seat, and then fine. And
I want you to get the wheel. I'm playing right now with no HUD, no assists, no driving line, no brake line, nothing, and just I've been playing nothing.
That's very bold.
So every once in a while I have to rewind because my ADD will kind of like I'll stop. My mind will drift.
Out of it, rewind.
Oh, just wait till you try it. Wait till you try it because you're going to want that rewind with no HUD or anything.
Rewind. Nah,
hey, I don't want to talk about Forza anymore, but I do want to say when you play with no HUD, you understand what those candy cane curbs are. They are a visual indication when to start hitting the brakes. Because when you don't have a brake line or you don't have anything telling you when, like you have to look at the track for visual cues. And I don't know that because I've never been a race car driver, but except when I was driving too fast around town. But yeah. Yes. So today we got some news. Of course, the Spider-Man thing dropped this morning, but Pete Hines, he got shiz canned from
dead.
Xbox. They were saying, we're sick of you. Redfall was a failure. We fired you. That was, I think that was the narrative. But yeah, Pete Hines said, I'm done. I guess he got like a nice big payout when the stocks were purchased up. And what's going on with that, guys? Pete Hines left.
He's old. No, he's not that old. He's quite a young looking chap, actually. So his retirement is a bit like...
He's in his 50s,
surprised.
I'm sure. If.
He doesn't look that old. Yeah, look at Jim Ryan, bro. He looks like he's lived 3 lives. No, I'm just kidding.
Remember, there's a 30-year gap between Phil Spencer and Jim Ryan. No, Jim Ryan just likes to drink a lot.
Let's have the sound.
I'll let the games do the talking.
That's how we scream as well. I just realized I saved it.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to figure out how old he is while you're talking about so yeah, what's the gist of it? He's going to find something else to do, or he's going to head up PlayStation.
Nah. You know, so Shinji Mikami, actually, you know the guy from Tango Gameworks who, like, the Devil May Cry guy, everyone loves talent, he cut. And then a few months later, he's like, well, time to make games again. I was like, you mother... you betrayers, little shit. They're all leaving. No, they're not all. They're not all leaving. But Shinji Mikami, man, that's a pretty, like, you bastard. You got your payout and you cut. There's no honor in that. But you get everyone's like, he's retiring, he's old. We all said it. Like, he looks old. I mean, that's a bit harsh, Shinji. But still, he does look quite old. And then he's coming back to game development. Like, where's he going? Like, that's, man, like, Microsoft's not going to be happy with that. They're not going to be like, Phil Spencer's going to be pissed on that. It's like, mate, you couldn't even wait 6 months and then you got another job after you cut. Like, bro. And then what did we do wrong? We gave you all this money, but you just didn't like us because we're American. No, that's not.
Well, I don't think Pete Hines
making Phil Spencer racist. No, it's not. But
maybe Pete Hines didn't love like being under the Xbox umbrella, and you know, people like saw that angry email. And he's like, "Rat us out of our hands, I'm multi-plat or exclusive or whatever he said." But
yeah,
I've talked to Pete Hines a couple times. Super good guy, and I don't know. 54 years old, guys. 54 years old. I mean, that's still pretty young.
That young, brother. He's going to the strip
He's
club
not bucking hay bales for Xbox.
He's gonna be freaking. He's gonna be loving life. Shout out to Pete Hines, living his life to the max. He's gonna be having so many big booty. Yeah. Shout out Pete Hines, 54, going Vegas, getting lit. Snorting cold bubble. Pete Hines 50, that's great.
Only on Ecstasy Podcast you're going to hear that the head of Bethesda marketing is going to get big booty hoes during retirement. That's only here.
Bro, that's what I would do.
But you're like a one-dimensional, one-track dude. Like there's no nuance to you guys.
I would do once I'm married and stuff. Future wife, please.
Well, we'll see.
She hears that. She's gonna be like, what are we talking about? Pete Hines?
Pete Hines, yeah. I mean, is there much else to say? Yeah, I mean...
I don't know. What do you want me to say? Bro, like, what was his role at the studio? What did he do?
He was basically the marketing director or the lead communicator. I don't know. I can look.
That? I mean, okay, he's been there for a long time, and he's the face of the company. That's nice. Goodbye. But it's not going to hurt anything, bro.
They call him head of publishing, but he was like just the big marketing arm for their games.
Exactly. So it was like, oh, everyone's leaving. It's like, bruv, yeah. Oh, well, Microsoft's marketing, that's really bad. It's going to get worse. Like, Pete Hines is cool. So, like, but it's not, people are like, oh, they're leaving. Like, Porter Rock, I thought he was retiring, yeah?
Yeah.
Caught you up on some things, yo. Porter Rock up in here, catching hell. Receipts in HD. Mother.
Are you for real? Yeah.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah, that's well. Of course, I'm for real. You got marked on Twitter for doing that. Porog's getting too bold.
Is there such thing as too bald? Yeah,
What
I
a
just I
ball.
feel bad for those
What a
PlayStation
big
guys. They've been
ball.
wrong on nearly anything and everything. But
Oh.
they're on that one track. That one thing. They were worried about that plastic. Like they're just they're
They're
loving
worried,
their
man.
little fake plastic submarines. They love their little plastic, don't they? Shout out to anybody who gets that reference. That's an oldie. That's like a 23-year-old oldie right there. But yeah,
Bruv, like they're so upset. I made one joke tweet. I said, because like Persona barring everyone in a therapy session, basically. But the title of the therapy session is PlayStation Trouble or something like that. I'm like, bruv, of course it's going to be funny. The snapshot of it makes it look like a therapy thing. And then Jay Barry goes, how dare you lied and getting clout off my name? Well, bruv, are you even that big, bro? Like, why
you don't even need to get clout off anybody's name. You already got it.
What kind of statement is that? You're lying. I'm like, bruv, have you not seen me on Twitter? All I do is joke on Twitter, apart from this obviously current political affairs. Other than that, I just use a sarcastic piece of... Oh, no, you use it as a lie, bruv. Where have your testicles gone? Calm down, bruv.
You even told Nick Marseille that the flowers were in the mail this morning. So
I said, that a piece of shit. He's been getting... He got two big wins. He got the Metacritic win, and he got the Spider-Man. And Spider-Man one, I kind of knew or could see coming because of my review of Starfield. Like, good game, but I could see Metacritic dropping it. And it's fine. Don't cry about the Starfield's Metacritic. It's not a great crime. Yes, there's Xbox tax, but 86, 87, if you say it goes to that, it's not a big deal. Starfield didn't hit as hard as it needed.
Well,
I love the game.
hey,
I still need to go back to that as well. Fucking so many games.
Today, Starfield is trending over Spider-Man on the day of our Lord of Spider-Man's big reveal for all the review scores. Starfield is trending over Spider-Man. So, I mean, I don't know if those Xbox guys talking about Starfield. I'm not talking about Starfield anymore. I finished it like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Starfield is trending over
Starfield is trending over Spider-Man on gaming Twitter.
Is it because of Pete Hines? Probably because of Pete Hines.
Yeah, it's because of Pete Hines.
But he's not that big. Spider-Man. What the flip? No, maybe that's not right. I don't know. Anyway, Spider-Man. Would you talk about Spider-Man again? I don't care.
I mean, I don't... Chat, do you want to hear us talk about Spider-Man?
I will say one thing about Spider-Man. The fast travel thing. Have you seen that? The video looks sick.
Oh, yeah, I did kind of...
Really
I did want to talk about that. I did share and say that looks really cool. It is interesting to me. How do I say this? I'm really glad that you have the wingsuit and traversal seems to be more fun than just swing left, swing right, which I still liked. Yeah, and the Sunset Overdrive, like foot skiing, right? Which you can go like twice as far as you could fully upgraded on Sunset Overdrive. Yeah, that's really, really cool. But then I'm starting to think, wait a minute. They completely took the spider out of Spider-Man with these powers. You're using the wingsuit half the time. You can skid across the water. You can instantly fast travel. I can see people hardly ever web slinging in a web slinger game. But hey, why not? I think it'll still be more fun. Maybe it's just more fun to play that way, guys.
Oh, that'd be interesting. It's kind of that's a good point that you bring up, actually, because it takes away from the web slinging. This is my main complaint with 2018. Like your gadgets, all these boards. It's like a radial menu get the game. Like I was going out my way to try and make the game look and feel more dynamic, like just to make it a set piece. But it became so. I just didn't.
You had to have that radial menu popping up. Transparent like every 5 seconds.
And even Ratchet does that. The way it does it when you switch between guns as well. Like
That's true.
It's just like, but people like it, bro. I do think that this game must be significantly better than 2018 for it to score
obviously.
that. And it just VGC's. I forgot the reviewer's name. He said this is like the Uncharted 2 moment of this game, and that's got me intrigued. So intrigued that I will play it in 3 years when I give a shit, but I don't give a damn now. But I just don't like it. I don't know. Maybe if I'm being a bit close-minded, but it's just going to force myself to play it. And again, Armored Core is better for me because I just love it.
Well, somebody told me today, ain't no way any Xbox game is better than Spider-Man. I'm like,
him?
I mean, yeah, I said, I love it when people have their own opinion, but the industry doesn't agree. Let me bring up this graphic. It's going to cover our faces for a minute. All right. You've seen this. This is the first-party games graphic that I put together with... I'm going to get him in trouble for a moment, but I put this together with Randall Thor. We talked over the phone extensively. Some of these games on PlayStation's side, he said didn't count, and I said, hey, you can't count As Dust Falls or some of these other games if you don't count published or created by a first-party studio. And so I know you guys may have seen this graphic that I put up, but it's really kind of upset the perception, Gaz, because I'm going to turn this off and on as we talk. The perception of this is, I should have put a nice little fade in and out, but come on now. I'm just trying to run a show here. The perception is that Xbox games suck. And here it comes back up again. The games have been pretty even. PlayStation has 2 more games. PlayStation has 6 remasters here. Crazy. And even with Spider-Man, Gaz, getting a 91 right now on Metacritic or OpenCritic, they still couldn't pass Xbox's dog crap lineup. But,
I mean, I question the value of this. But to a certain degree. Well, the old legacy of that, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I can't even get excited for PlayStation's one, man. Apart from Returnal. Returnal's calling me. Demon's Souls, which I need to play.
Yeah, you do need to play that.
Ragnarok, which you can't be asked to go back to, which is shocking to me, bro.
Same.
2018, I had to I played it in 2 sittings. I was just texting my friends, "This is a fucking sick game." And Ragnarok, it was just I haven't even gone far. Here's a fruit. No, it's just like the fruit section. After that is where I actually stopped playing. I was just like. There's so many slow beats. Like I'm sure it gets better. And it's like rage, and then
it does get better. But I gave up on it just like a couple hours after you gave up on it, and I haven't gone back. I've tried to go back, and I'm like, I don't really want to do this. I felt like I got my fill with 2018's God of War, but
I don't know why I fell off it. I just didn't. The story just kind of like okay.
Can I be candid for a moment, Gaz? While I still,
No.
You can still. Okay, I won't. So since I have,
your show, be weather. If you want to take a shit on your desk, do it. Don't do it. But
hold on, let me get this off of here so I can get up on the desk. I gotta say, like you said, I wonder what the value is of this graphic, right? When I look at, let me tell you these Xbox games, so people don't think that I'm doing this. I don't want you to think that I'm putting these up here to prove a point that Xbox is better. I just want to prove a point.
That's exactly what you're doing. Shut up. God, you're such a bullshit. I swear. Did you believe that, chat? There's no way you believe that. I have to put reverb on this. This mother... I didn't do it because it's not freaking 1.6. So fucking broken.
Okay, let me finish saying what I'm saying. You piece of crap, because this is why. This is really more about perception than the Xbox W for me. Because let me explain to you these Xbox games that you're looking at that... I'll say why, okay? Right? Gears Tactics. I don't care. I tried it. I played over half the game. I don't like it, okay? As Dust Falls, I played half the game, and I was like, that's okay, but there's way other games I'd like to play. Minecraft Legends, that game is... not good. I did not enjoy it I played it with Rand for 12 hours. I could not find joy in Minecraft Legends. Okay. Quake 1 and 2 remaster, played them for a minute. I'm like, those games are really dusty. Pentiment, played it an hour. I'll never go back to it. Age of Empires, don't care. Redfall.
You don't care about Xbox games. You're like Nick, what's his name? Nick from Xbox era.
Look, no, what I'm look at these these RTS these RTS games, or these little PowerPoint presentation games, or they're RTS, like Minecraft Legends, Gears Tactics, Age of Empires, Age of Mythology, I don't care. But you know what? Lots of other people will.
Completely undermines your graphic. Then
no, it doesn't. Watch. Now, the other half of the games I really like. Believe it or not, I love Flight Sim. I have 60 hours in it. Psychonauts 2, amazing. Forza Horizon 5, amazing. Halo Infinite, freaking loved it. Grounded, don't even say a word. Hold on, let me turn this off. Don't you even say a word, Gaz, because I love Grounded to death.
That's the only game you like. Grounded. Halo Infinite. You didn't like Halo Infinite.
Shut up. Hi-Fi Rush, loved it. Ghostwire Tokyo, kind of really liked it. Redfall sucked.
No, you didn't. Shut the.
No. Are you serious?
Actually,
Did you finish
no,
Ghostwire Tokyo? I beat the game.
That was fun. That was fun.
Okay.
Sorry.
I swear.
He actually liked it, which surprised me because.
So Starfield and Forza, I really like those games. So I don't know what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 7 out of the 19 games I do not care about. But still, overall, those games score slightly better than PlayStation's set of games. Crazy, huh? Isn't that weird? I don't know.
Man, I much prefer. I mean, PlayStation didn't have a roadmap, but I just like Xbox got me covered, man. Like unless we see some remarkable tangents from the studio that are making games for PlayStation, I'm not hyped about PlayStation. Bro, I gave it to my brother. He's in Saudi. I'm not even bought another one. I should actually buy another one, but I'm just like, well, we're gonna play Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Bro, Zucker goes, Colt, you're exposing yourself so hard. I do not give a flying, backflipping, pumpkin spice potato pancake F about real-time strategy or those. I do not care. And like 4 of those games on there are that style. The point is that there are games. Remember how I told you I was talking to somebody from Xbox? They said, we make these games that score well, but when you look at what PlayStation makes, like they make this certain type of game, this blockbuster game, and we've made these other games that like the industry really loves. But I told him, like, I don't like those games. And I talked to all these people in my audience that don't really care for these strategy games. Some of them really like them. And when people say, I love Gears Tactics, I'm like, awesome. I'm so glad you did, because it's cool looking. It's got some cool things. The point is that you look at that list, and at a glance, right, guys, the Xbox list goes kind of, some of it can be like, oh man, those scores are kind of good. I want to hear what you have to say.
I genuinely prefer Xbox. Bro, I barely touch my PlayStation because there's a specific kind of game, and I brought up on PlayStation, man, until the Xbox came out, which completely changed everything. But I was a PlayStation guy, and there's this massive actual split within the PlayStation community right now because ultimately that fashion of single player games, as much as it is, it's definitely good to get a 90+ game. Spider-Man hitting that great speaks a lot also about the studio, which is, in my opinion, Sony's best studio now. But
yeah, of course.
But Xbox is, bro, so much more exciting. It hasn't changed. It's gone crazy. Can we talk about ABK? I couldn't even do that on my show. Well, kind of. That was my fault. But still, let's talk about ABK, man. Like, that's why no one gives a shit about one game. Sorry, I just keep swearing. But it's like one game. And like, all right, let me freaking ABK, bro.
Let me move something. Let me move.
Spider-Man. No one gives a about Spider-Man.
Okay, hold on.
Everyone gives a damn about Spider-Man, but not me. Sorry.
Okay, let me move this down right here. Okay, I'm moving the topic so I don't miss this because Gaz apparently runs my show now.
Oh, sorry. What do you want to talk about? I don't know, honestly.
Bro, look at this. Look at this. I've got a collection of my gameplay from ABK's catalog. It's very limited, but you'll be seeing some prototype 1 and 2, some Call of Duty, different Call of Duty games, and I didn't put the Sekiro in there. Dang it! But yeah, I've got an hour of footage while we talk about Activision Blizzard to kind of put a little frosting on the tip, just right on the.
What?
Okay.
What? Don't make that sound in those words. What the?
Just right on the tip,
bro. Chat. Help me.
There's no helping you. Okay, let's talk about ABK. It's been a few days. It's been a few days, but it's official. So for those of you who don't know, I'm sure everybody knows, it's the biggest merger in video gaming history ever. The court said, well, lots of people said it should be blocked. It's a monopoly. It's against the law. It's horrible for consumers. It takes away from other gamers. and the courts have said you're dead wrong. Gaz, I want you to kind of give us your opinion on this, because you and I watched the court thing really closely for a year.
Not that closely. Not that closely, but we followed the general affairs. I didn't go, bro. It's in
One
my
day I was
field.
in
I'm
my
not gonna
pool listening to the court hearing on my phone.
But there's one pivotal. There were a couple of pivotal moments where, in like, I don't know which one, where it was even just we tuned in because it was interesting, and it was really actually interesting for legal professionals, or as a lawyer, listening to this, like kind of like these representations being forward, and it was a bro. And someone else actually mentioned that on Twitter. It goes, you were absolutely right when you said at the start of this. Like the beginning of this deal, I said this this deal is going to look like it's going to go through, and then it's going to have some real highs, and then it's going to look like it's going to die, and then it'll get passed. And then someone literally like DM'd me and also made that comment. And I was like, I'm glad someone remembered I said that. And that was early days because it was such a big deal. But no one expected the deal to be drawn out and expose PlayStation's absolute bitch mode with freaking, which will go down in history. And I didn't even get to say this on my show. Nah, but bruv, this needs to be a point that I think people in the console war space cannot forget. Sony was a bitch, such a bitch throughout this whole thing. Bruv, Jim Ryan, Flory Mueller's looking at Jim Ryan's flight log. Jim Ryan's flying all over the place, making look at a Venn diagram of his flights because he's just going around on his knees. Carpet burns everywhere. And then just like completely didn't even sit on the table. PlayStation disrespected Microsoft and Xbox so rawly, spat at them until the very end. Microsoft had played the long game and just dismantled every regulatory body and PlayStation into submission. That they signed a contract which is probably way worse than what they could have got. Because had they not been absolute bitches, they would have freaking woven, when Brad Smith was waving that contract, it was, look, everyone signed it, but we can offer you, there's still, you can add more things to it. How does that make Nintendo feel? Well, like, hold on, we just signed this contract and you're just saying PlayStation could get a better deal. But then at the same time, they're like, we don't give a shit against Microsoft. But it's just like, come on, man. That needs to be remembered. PlayStation was bitch mode, and people are like, it's corporations and all of that. But nah, that was too much. Too much shame. And it also exposed in the community how important it was, that ABK. You cannot downplay it. And the most people downplaying it are downplaying it on the stupidest reasons. That's why no one's taking them seriously. It looks like major, like, I hate the word, cope, but it's cope session. It's just like, everyone needs to concede one thing very clearly. This is a big move, man. Like, how much more billions do you want? Microsoft is not, it changed the paradigm. Now it's going to have the biggest third-party freaking multiplayer. How is it going to feel on your PlayStation looking at the sales charts that that you love so much as you sales, and there's going to be a Call of Duty. It's going to beat the crap out of all your games, and you're supplementing that. And
Call of Duty always has and will. Call of Duty always has been one of the top-selling games on the PlayStation platform over their first-party stuff for the most part.
And it's still not just about Call of Duty, bro. There's so much crap on the King that we laugh at and don't care about. Mobile gaming will just massive. Microsoft has his foot in the door. Like, bruv, I went on a train just a couple of days ago. I've seen so many people playing Candy Crush. I had a client come in,
really
playing Candy Crush, sat down, said hi, and he was carry on playing it for a few seconds. I was like, bruv, it's like crack. Stop playing it.
Did you lean over and go, like, that's an Xbox game now?
That is exactly what you would do. Oh, Microsoft have that. Do you know that?
Hold on. Let's take a side road for just a second. Audience, if you can help us out remembering when we talk about Candy Crush and the franchise that ABK owns, somebody that we know in the community was at a gaming convention and he was wearing a Starfield shirt and he got in this argument. I don't know if you want to talk about this for a minute. I thought it was kind of funny, but A literal pony in the flesh, like a real life PlayStation fan in line for a Spider-Man photo op, wearing a Death Stranding hoodie. Looks at this guy, Kareem Jovian, who's on Twitter. He's got 2.2 million subscribers. He's wearing a Starfield t-shirt, big Starfield fan. He's at a PlayStation booth. I'm setting it up. I'm trying to set it up, guys. Wearing a Starfield shirt, and this literal, I gotta say it, right? You said the same thing. He's a literal IRL, a real pony in the flesh, wearing the Death Stranding shirt. And he looks at Kareem and goes,
"It's so good when you catch one of those, unless you're Kareem, because a Kareem is not built for these streets. Kareem, stay at home, bro.
Wait, hold on. Kareem's built his channel up.
Defensive, bro. He's like so soft. Like, we follow each other. Like, I don't really know him that well.
Wait. Tell them what the pony said before you go into your tirade, because I didn't get that far.
Pony just like I just watched a bit of it, but it was just like I can't handle a pony beating an Xbot in a conversation. Like, ponies don't even leave their house. Now here's this one who's instigated an altercation, and Kareem's like,
he had to leave the house because he was going to get a picture with Spider-Man. So he had to.
Was being a pony. Mm-hmm. When you catch a real life pony, just pray I'm there, because I will treat that guy exactly how I've done it so many times in real life at the gym. Cross of the board, biggest guys there. They don't even look at their veins when they inject. And then I was still a pony, and I was still in them up. There was a crowd there in the middle of the weight section. This is what I'm talking about. It was jokes. It's actually really funny. But that's what happened. And I murked him. Do you know how I murked him? He said kill zone. What the When you said kill zone, you just killed your argument like 343. No, sorry, Bungie killed kill zone.
You mean kill like Bungie killed factions?
Shout out Tyrone. But no, just
wasn't it Bungie that killed factions? Bungie killed factions, and yeah, I don't know, but yeah, the guy looked at his Starfield shirt and goes, "You don't even deserve to be in line here, bro. That game's trash." And Kareem got like mad instead of going, "Bro, you're out here wearing a Death Stranding t-shirt and you're talking about what game is trash." And then I would have like gave him 5 or something, but Kareem like started an argument and started recording him. And
he recorded it on the slide, which I don't think they know about. Which is
like
not,
this.
That's pretty, like, basically you got pony upskirt. It's a bit weird. I say, yeah, bro, I'm recording this. Bro, it is though, because if you're not asking them. Now, Kareem, you may have meant well or whatever to document this crime. I must secretly record this fucking altercation where I just get really soft and defensive over Starfield. But it is Game of the Year. You dumb fake Xbox. Listen, let me tell you how the war is fought. The gift was there. He was wearing a Death Stranding shirt, bro. That just gives you all the ammo you need. Oh, you're talking about games when you got freaking Amazon the simulator on your shirt, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Everyone would just be rinsing that guy.
It was low pick. It was low fruit. It was such an easy comeback to just say, bro, you're telling me Starfield's mid and you're wearing Death Stranding on your woo.
That's so annoying.
Anyway, the point was you saw a dude on the train playing Candy Crush or was in the office, and that's going to be an Xbox IP, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, that's massive though, but I am so gonna put pressure on them on Blizzard, because I want Blizzard to be good. I'm so happy Bobby Kotick is leaving like so quick. In 2 months he's cut. That's big. $70 billion deal. We thought he was going to be there for at least a year if he was going to get kicked out or for a transition period, because that's a big.
They want him out in 2 months. Man. They want him gone.
2 months is not that much time, bro. Yeah. Like, come on, 70 billion. Like, there's a settlement period, then the problems start to crop up probably around the second month. Like, there's not much time, but they're so desperate to get rid of him. They just cut him loose. He gets his golden parachute and he pisses off into the sunset. Thank God. That's the ideal result. We need to give our flowers, because a lot of people were saying Bobby Kotick is going to stay there forever. They're going to promote him and and then he's gone. He's gone, bro. So like,
yeah. And I want to talk about when Kotick leaves, because I think there's going to be some pivotal movements that happen for Xbox. Let me read some supers really quickly. Sith Lord says, Bigfoot hunting with Gaz Let him talk, ABK. He said that an hour ago, and now you finally got to do that. Welcome to the channel membership, Deadman X96. Udana Kazad also gave away 5 channel memberships to Magnum Westward, who always gives me a hard time in the chat. Colin Prime, Joshua Erickson, Emperor Hound.
Is he a pony?
No, he just loves to razz and rib everybody for fun, which is cool. Emperor Hound 393, and It's Timmy is a channel member who's here every week. So now he gets to watch my crappy videos 12 hours earlier before anyone else, right, guys? So Rebel said Prototype could be Xbox's answer to PlayStation's Spider-Man. I need to hear your thoughts on Prototype and making a comeback, a reboot, a redo, or a doo-doo, or a dandelion, or a doo-doo. Yeah, that's a thing. Let's talk about Prototype, because I know you love to talk about it too. What do you have to say about Prototype, guys?
One, that it needs to come back. And I enjoyed that thoroughly. And everyone's going to hate me for saying this and can clip it. I enjoyed Prototype 2 more than Spider-Man. And it's not even Prototype 2 is not even a complex game. It's janky in many parts.
The shooting's horrible. You have to hold B to shoot.
Shooting's horrible.
You and I finished it a few months ago. Again.
Brother. Yeah, Merv, like the bad guy is so sick. He's just such a badass. He's talking. I didn't play the first one, so I know that the protagonist is now the antagonist in Prototype 2. But he was such a sick. They don't even make characters like that anymore. Like I was like, bro, this guy is mad. Like I love playing him as the antagonist, and then the game gives you so much powers. You're like the third time. All right, calm down. I don't need any more. Oh shit! You can more. You
were saying this on Go Live the other day about how you were just using these 2 powers and they kept giving you more, and you're like, I can't even keep. Oh my gosh! And now we have the Transformers footage, which I want to talk about as well.
Oh shit!
I liked Prototype 1 a lot, but for some reason, Prototype 2 just felt so much better. Like, it was just so much more satisfying to play. And when I was replaying, I'm like, oh my gosh, this game's so dusty. But then at moments, like when the sun's out and I'll jump over the city, I'm like, holy crap, for a 360 game, it's looking slick.
Bro, this game looks sick.
Have you played this?
Bro, I played this when it came out, yeah? And then the game busted or something. I don't know what it was. But I never got to complete it. And the multiplayer was really good.
Share with me and you can play this at a really crappy up-res 4K 60. All the textures
you bought this one? Bro, you can't even buy it.
Yeah, I got it. I can't remember. Yeah, I think I bought it through CD keys. Like, it was really hard to find. Or my friend Achiever got it and we still share. But yeah, I mean, it holds up. I wish I had War. War is the first one. This is Fall for Cybertron. They're both amazing, but I think War for Cybertron is it's a toss-up, actually. They're both too good to pick.
I love this game. I love this game so much. Like, I care about this way more than Spider-Man. And you guys go, oh, that's disgusting, guys. It's Transformers. I loved this game. Even BG said, look, if these 2 games come out that serious, and BG knows his games, man.
Did you see what Lulu Cheng Mesave said about the code? I put it in my last video.
Yeah.
However, there was a rumor being reported that they lost the design code for this game, so it could never come back. Of course, making it from scratch, High Moon could make it even better. But even this, like, what's this? 2010-ish, 2011. I think 2011 or 2010 for this game. Whatever.
Yeah.
The third-person combat.
They brought this back. Oh, it'd be so good. Can you imagine what this would look like now? I mean, it looks amazing here. But it would look so nice. So nice. It's made for it. It's like, it would look so nice.
Yeah, what you're
Transformers.
What you're looking at here, like if you look at this Canon, I know I'm not lined up exactly with the latency of the show, but there's no textures. Like the game has the original, what would it be, 720p textures. So you'll see like the side of a robot, and he's got the blurriest pixelated textures. And there's like a whole long thing to get that fixed, but these games aren't back and pat because of licensing. Bro, these games are awesome. They're so good. I'm
going to download this. I haven't even played on PC for months, maybe years, and I'm going to play it. This is going to be wicked. My PC's so shit now, though.
Oh, yeah, PC play this fine, man. I played this like this on my old build, my 1070, you know? This might have been the footage on my 1070 PC. Actually, it probably is, which is in a closet.
But it's just dying.
Oh, you'd be fine. You'd be fine.
No, man, this game needs to come back. If they put this in back compat, oh my, please, Lulu, you have the code. Just put it in there. This is why. Actually, I'm not going to play on Steam because I think this will come back. Well, Lulu said that. They've got the keys. But the only thing...
Well, they don't need the code.
Licensing.
Back and Pat will make it work, but if they need to reboot it or if they need to remaster it, they've got the code. Hopefully that's something that Xbox will say, hey, man, everyone's asking for this Spider-Man game. What's it going to cost to pay for the license? Can you imagine if they said on Game Pass in February, we're getting Fall of Cybertron remastered, like, oh my gosh.
My God. I would be, 2023 would be like my highlight game year if I get to play Armored Core and I get to play Transformers. I know very different games, but still, man, like robots, I love that. And then to have that kind of game come back and just Armored Core is so special for that reason. And then Transformers coming out would just make it epic. If you release that soon, I'll just make a source video on that alone. For me, it's so important, man. Like, just so good, man. That's that game I'll play straight away. I'll drop everything and play Transformers.
Fall of Cybertron is the one toward the end middle you play as Grimlock, the dinosaur. He's like, Grimlock, smash! And you're like, I don't want to play as the dinosaur, and then you're beating the crap out of people with the tail, and it's amazing. Red Wolf has the $2 super chat. Thank you. So he says, Pete Hines is 54, and Yodani Kazada goes, didn't you meet Pete? What's he like in real life? I met him at last E3. He's really super cool. Like, just like you would think he is when you see him talking on camera. He's really nice.
Yeah, he seems like that.
It's really cool. He's kind of quiet, and it was June, months before Starfield came out, and he said that that's all he was doing. He was just playing Starfield because they had like what would be the final build at that time. And he said, it's like 5 games in one. He's like, I've got all these other games I want to play, and I open up my Xbox, and I'm like, nope, I'm just going to play Starfield. That's what he told Cog and I. We talked to him. So, yeah. He's a really cool guy.
He's a really nice guy. You can tell like he's a really super chill guy.
But he's still going to get the big booty hose when he retires?
Oh, yeah. He's a Pete, come just invite me, bro. Come on. We'll have sick time.
You go have drinks with Pete Hines. Yeah. And then Pete Hines is like, sorry to break this one to you guys, but I'm taking Jim Ryan's position forthwith.
Jim, look, we'll make fun of that. What was that guy? The World of Warcraft guy who was coming after Starfield. Or that former guy. And he made that crappy Hexen whatever game.
Oh.
What's his name? I forgot.
Everyone forgot. Grums?
Grums, that's it. What's his actual name? Yeah, Grums.
That's all we're gonna Grums. That's all that matters. Grums.
Pete Hines' last uppercut on the internet was on Grums when he was part of Bethesda.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Yeah. We talked about that on our shows about how he told that guy as a supposed developer, "You're a real piece of work." That's basically what he said. Red Wolf says Pete Hines 2018 Fallout 76. Pete Hines of 2023 Fallout 69. I don't get the reference, but Danny Bash Official, thank you for the $2. He goes, Spider-Man 2018 is super boring. I'm with Gaz.
Bro, it's like I'm not even hating on the game. It's just not for me. It just doesn't. I don't. Maybe Spider-Man 2 will. I don't want to. I was gonna be like, oh, he's shitting on Spider-Man. I am because I don't like that game.
Yeah, but I like Spider-Man way more than I like God of War that year.
No.
That was me. Like, I liked God of War, but Spider-Man was just way more enjoyable. Less like. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know. Did anybody else agree? I don't know. Whatever.
You're gonna be the minority on that one, bro.
Yeah, probably.
It's not a game. It's different. But Wolverine from Insomniac, I am very excited about that. I actually want that to be good. The console wars are not. So it could be so good. Wolverine is sick. We're gonna make it mature. We'll find out.
We're going to talk about that roadmap too, because that's a pretty funny one too. RC Polygons, thank you for the 10. He says, with the ABK deal being done and Xbox still in third place in what, console sales? He says that means Xbox can buy more studios. The amount of salt if Xbox buys Square Enix, not going to happen. Marvel from Disney or even WB, it would be crazy. Didn't you guys talk about this possible WB thing on your show the other day? I don't think they're buying Square. Square's not selling to anybody. If anybody, they sell to PlayStation, right? I
think you'll find very soon Sony will purchase something. Sony's going to make a play now. Now's the time to make it as well, because the things are settling. The price is settling on acquisitions. But I think it might have spiked actually after the ABK going through, because now the market's going to be more bullish on it, because like Microsoft beat it with a $70 billion one. We could surely stand a chance at 20 bill or 5 bill. But Sony's going to be definitely purchasing something. I'm expecting it very soon. I'm very intrigued to see what it will be. If it's Square, that'd be brilliant. I'd love it. Square. I know Hargy disagrees with me, but like, buy Square. There might as well be. They're almost just feel like they're exclusive anyway.
Right, but I also see Square, shaking hands with Phil, thinking we just be much better off to like just have great partnerships with these platforms. And I think the new leader of Square is really like all about, you know what, we've been missing out on a 1 or 2 sales by skipping Xbox, and we're not going to do that anymore. Because I think Square's, how many times has Square said did not meet expectations, and you can't continue to leave Xbox out of the equation and give that an excuse like we didn't meet expectations. A shout out to a Dreamcast guy in the chat who says, I give Spider-Man 2 a 10 out of 10 after reviewing it for 5 hours. That's just jokes. I mean, sometimes we can play a game like you were playing Armored Core for a couple hours and you're like, bro, this game is like you have a feeling, but you're not putting your out into the ether. Atlas 127, thank you for the $5, says all of PlayStation's best games are dead games that haven't seen the light of day in over 15 years. Yeah, Gaz could probably speak on some of those franchises that are not revived, but Xbox has some of the same problems, right?
Yeah, but Sony needs to do something because the roadmaps look spooky. And people talk about SOCOM if you want to make gas. Like what? Okay. I'm not saying Sony's roadmap is terrible. I'm just like, but next year, if you do not show something significant, and I'm just talking 1 or 2 reveals, man, like you need to show something more than that. And I don't know if they will. And if they don't, then that means PlayStation guys are going to be pissed because their roadmap is absolute dog. Because it might be. They might have just blown their load. You never know, man. With development, this and gas distracting them, you might not get like the kind of cadence here. You get Wolverine. And then after that, it's just a massive question mark. And it's just like, I mean, talking first party exclusive that you guys hold on to. Well, in reality, what's happening is Microsoft with ABK has changed the paradigm.
Yeah.
People don't understand the ramifications of that. And I actually think that genuinely will be positive.
If you hit the live button, if it's not caught up, you can see this roadmap graphic that I know you've probably seen. I think I sent it to you, but it's a stark
really nice,
difference.
by the way.
Thank you.
It looks very clean. It looks clean. Do you know why? Because PlayStation has nothing. And you can see all the nice gradient blue in the back. No, actually, that's the reason why. But I like the way you've done the vertical kind of like
the
thin
portrait
tiles.
mode,
That's sick. Yeah, but it's like nicely. That's really good, man. But yeah, like, what is it there? Concord, we don't know what the hell it is. Helldivers.
Well, let me ask you this real quick, Gaz. Let me ask you to just take a quick glance at Xbox's green side and pick out a few games there that you don't really care about. Just so cool, because there are some that I don't care about on either side. So we might as well just kind of like lead with that and just get that out of the way. So because people can see this and go, oh man, Colt is using some kind of biased nonsense to prove that Xbox is better. But I've told people lots of times, like, I don't want PC only games. I'll play some Xbox games on PC. I'm not excited about every game. But yes, so for people asking before I go to Gaz, this is officially announced games that have been announced by the studio. There's like a weird anomaly, like MLB 24 is not in here, which we know it'll be here, but it hasn't been announced, so I'll just put it on later. But I know there are games that we know are definitely being made. Like you could say, of course, Gears 6 is going to be on here.
Why is Ronin in there? Isn't the last Ronin's not first party, is it?
Very good question. Rise of Ronin, Stellar Blade, and what's the other one?
What's Stellar Blade?
Helldivers. Helldivers 2, Rise of Ronin, and Stellar Blade are being fully funded and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. Just as I know. Look. Hold on. Let me go back to my you won't be able to see this in real time, guys, but let me go back to this Open Critic thing. I cannot use a different standard because PlayStation guys who ask me to take off certain games on this first-party Metacritic or Open Critic list, if I took those games off of this list to go to the roadmap list, then PlayStation's roadmap would look even worse because they're like, get those games off. Xbox didn't make those. That means Helldivers, Stellar Blade, and Rise of Ronin have to go off, and they only have 6 games versus 18 games for Xbox if I took off Contraband or Towerborn, so to speak. So anyway,
I think that's too off, man. Just make them happy, and they're gonna all right now. What?
So remember I told you Rand and I like talked these 2 lists over and we worked on these. I won't stay on this too long, guys. I don't know if it's not. I think it's interesting for the moment, but we tried to set a standard, like, because Rand said if you ask Phil, like a game like As Dusk Falls is first party. It was created by It was created for Global Publishing Studios, Xbox Global Publishing, which is first party. They paid for it. They're publishing it. Their studio isn't making it, but it is a full partnership. It's never going to PlayStation. So that's not always a criteria as well. But real quick, are there any games on this full list across the board, red or green and blue, that you don't care about, just to get them out of the way?
Incidentally, the third-party ones, Towerborn. Ugh.
Same. Yeah, I mean, I know it'll be coolish. Yeah.
That's not for me. I've tried a little bit of it. I'm like, but actually my controller didn't work. But then it was like a single player mode, and it's just anyway. Aura. I'm not playing Aura.
Same.
Not at all. What's that? Age of Mythology. I'm sorry, not for me at all.
Right. Same.
But it's big for the RTS game. People absolutely.
Wait, why do I get yelled at for saying I don't care about the RTSs, but now you're saying it? Now you get to get yelled at?
No, but I'm saying it's good that it's there. I don't.
Yeah, it's good for some people, sure, of course. Okay, everything else looks decent to you, or looks fine?
Flight Sim is really nice, but I do want to like try, but I'm not going to do it realistically.
Yeah, like I'm going to play Flight Sim, but other people may not give a crap. Yeah. How about the PlayStation games? Is there anything there that you're like, nah? Probably not. Those look pretty good.
Stellar Blade, I'm definitely looking forward to. I don't know what Concord is. What is Concord?
We don't know, but it's probably some type of sci-fi space game made by a pretty small studio, Firewalk Studio or something like that.
What's Fair Games? What is that?
That's the 3-player co-op Saints Row style payday third-person action adventure game from Haven Studios. Yeah.
No.
Contraband's on there, Justy Spud. It's in between Towerborn and Flight Sim. There's no images for Contraband, so I had to use a dumb map. Yeah, that was some of the stuff was hard to put together.
Yeah, no, but we did a good job. Death Stranding 2, like, I haven't played the first one, but people say I might like it as much as I made fun of it.
I think you like it.
I think I might like it.
I liked the first 5 hours of it, then I just stopped playing it, but I think you would really like it. It's worth you spending a little time. Then. It's a vibe.
But then I'm saying MGS5 is one of the most overrated games, so I don't know.
And then, Spider-Man's already out on this, so I got to take it off the list. But yeah, this is crazy because there's already been. If I go back here, I'll just go back just real quick, and then we'll jump off of that. You guys looking at these graphics. If I go back to this, these guys have already put out 20 games each, right? 19 to 21. Yeah. And then you go here and you're like, Xbox already put out 20 games. They have 20 more coming. And then we already know there's like 8 games that haven't even been announced that we already know from all the leaks are in the works. And then PlayStation roadmap, 9 games. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's shit. There's no roadmap. There's no roadmap.
Nick Marseille was not happy, man. And shout out to him for complaining. He doesn't hear when I complain, but
it takes a lot for him to complain. Like, he didn't even complain about the Naughty Dog stuff, but for him to say that is a breaking point, and it followed after, guess what? ABK. Because ABK is freaking mad. As much as they tried to downplay it, it went through, bro. I need to actually work on my source video, like, because the receipts that people were making fun of, like, oh, guys, this you, when I was like celebrating, oh, hell, Spencer, And why is it auto-tune? Okay, but yeah, and they were like, "This you? I should re-upload it back into it as like tag every one of these shits as like this you, bro." They were such asses as well. Like I would never put that position that they did. I would celebrate like if I was the opposite was true, but I wouldn't be like crying about consolidation. Like they were such bitches, man. And the PlayStation community was just so lame. Just an extension of Jim Ryan with that. Shout out to the few that didn't. Like BG, he didn't even like.
I mean, there was like
that's why he kept it real. Like sometimes when they said stupid shit, he would say that, but he kept it games, man. Whereas everyone else cried about it, and the deal went through, bro.
Like, there were like thousands and thousands of people saying that consolidation's bad. This is a monopoly. This is bad for consumers, but the rest of the world doesn't care, and the people where it matters that make the decision said, "Go for it." Go ahead. I mean, remember how the rest of the world, the regulatory agencies around the globe were approving this, and then the CMA and the FTC fought the hardest, and then Xbox
Brazil. I like the Brazil's attitude to it. They were like, "No, this is fine. The it's better, good for the industry."
Like a year ago, wasn't it?
Up, and they just let it. Saudis are like, "Done, past bastard." They don't sound like that, but okay. I'll do an Asian version. And then really, bro,
you're like Saudis sounded like they're from India, and
yeah, I know.
Hey, better you than me. Here's my impression. I think I'll put it on my credit card. So
what is that?
Remember that guy? He's like, "Look, I'm an American. I think I'll put it on my credit card. I'll just do that much." You know what I'm talking about, Captain Chats. I swear, I try to go to bed. Gaz is sending me like 7 reels. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm not going to sleep yet.
Yeah.
Captain Chats, thank you for the super chat. Says, what's funny is Sony are marketing Modern Warfare 3 right now for Microsoft. That's awesome. Spartan 6 is 1. Thank you for the 5. Says,
that's actually sick. Thank you, Sony, for marketing a place to Xbox first party.
And my other favorite is thank you, PlayStation fans, for buying all of the copies of Call of Duty and funding the next game from ABK.
I haven't seen that. I need to see that. I need to see a PlayStation ad advertising card. I'll be like, yo, Sony spent its marketing money on just give it to Microsoft. They're like, please.
Yeah, Spartan 661. Thank you for the
quid for that. How do you market that? That's a hard marketing deal, bro. It's like, hey guys, do you want to get molested by us? Here's $70 for the game. Just like, sorry, that was a bit harsh, but like, come on, man. It's like, hey, Microsoft can Microsoft say it's on Game Pass? Yeah, of course they can. They'll find a way to say it. They'll walk around that and advertise Game Pass games, and social media is gonna cascade that down anyway. Everyone's gonna know Call of Duty is on Xbox Game Pass. You don't have to pay 70 quid for that game.
We have 1,000 people watching. Can you help us get to tell the people to give us 500, get us up to 500 likes? Come on, sell it. No, you guys don't want to.
Likes?
Just get us to 500 likes, guys. We appreciate you. Hey, yeah. Hey, if you don't hit the like button, I'm going to turn on mid-roll ads and interrupt your show. That's what he was doing. I'm just kidding. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh, how long until the Call of Duty fans who aren't loyal to plastic are like, why am I going to, because you were alluding to this, why am I going to pay $70 when I can pay $10 and get on Game Pass for the entire month? And if I'm still playing, another $10. So I'll just play Call of Duty for $20 every year, or maybe 30, or even 60 and still get it cheaper. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think Microsoft does market that somehow, this golden goose, then I don't know what's wrong with them, because then that's a big deal. It kind of sells itself, but I don't know what restrictions they have on that. But really, the market, the voice, most of the work is done. It's Call of Duty, and it's going to be on Game Pass. That alone will send natural message through the communities. But Microsoft still needs to freaking make sure. Bro, I think I'm telling people, now that the acquisition is done, Microsoft's under pressure to hit those marketing beats with the ABK, because it needs this to push up hype. It spent $70 billion. They're going to feel the push. What are we doing to galvanize the gaming world? They want immediate results outside of COD. And in the marketing beats are Game Pass and like the back catalog of games. And if they can do these wicked, like Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, everyone's been hyped about its space battles. If you market that properly,
so good.
and it's coming back, you might get a lot of people who missed out on that back in the day now, because that game actually looks amazing.
Yeah, I think it's like 720p on the Xbox right now, but it's still, or 1080p, but it's still, oh, it's such an amazing game. And you'll see some of the space footage here in a moment. And I was thinking of something else when you were talking about that.
Is this called? Oh shit! I didn't even know you had it on here. That's
amazing. This is Infinite Warfare, and the space combat comes up in a minute. But
it is, yeah.
I just have to wonder. You've got Call of Duty will launch, next month, and its Open Critic score will come in, and you can't just rely on a annualized Call of Duty game, because they're not making another Overwatch, and Diablo 5 is 6 years away. So what does ABK bring to to Game Pass and to the platform other than, like, I don't know, 30 back-and-pack games, which we'll talk about. Ashtray goes, this is Colteastwood. That's the worry. Like, they just bought them, and where's the Game Pass games, right?
Warcraft, man, like, as much as it's not going to come on Xbox for a long time, Warcraft on PC Game Pass subscription, I don't know if they'll do it, but that would be huge. But they'll lose a lot of revenue from the rolling subs, but don't think they'll do it. Maybe for Ultimate, but that's a big, bold play. If they put World of Warcraft in that's a lot of value,
take the World of Warcraft subscription out and just put it in Game Pass. And now if you're paying for Game Pass, it comes with that subscription sub to World of Warcraft on PC. I mean, isn't that like a $10 subscription and be a wash? It just, they have to change money hands on. I don't care about World of Warcraft, but a lot of people do.
I think it'll make a big.
It'll be a big deal. Spartan 6 says, I want to see a massive update throughout all PlayStation consoles for every single Activision game to show the Xbox logo at the boot up screen now. Oh, can you imagine? They're like, you just get triggered.
In that face.
I wish I can't reach my controller, but if I could, they just like bite down on the knuckle of the controller.
Look, but I don't make this chop for console warring. That's Colteastwood. Such a lying piece of
What? Oh, wait, that was console warring? That's exactly what they would do. Anyway, but
that's actually very true. That's exactly
very true. Shout out to Spartan661 for that one. Nerds and Other Legends say you're the 5. He says the amount of resources that come with Activision Blizzard King, marketing teams, the game engine, tech, plus the talent. Can't wait to see cross-pollination with the studios. I want to talk about that as well, guys, about what they're going to do besides Call of Duty. God Emperor Silva King. I didn't realize that he has the picture. His profile picture is that guy that Alex has in his videos that says, now read very slowly.
Oh, yeah.
It's that picture. Welcome to the early access. He became a channel member. Fire71 says, shout out to Colton Gaz, the GOAT. I'll watch this tomorrow and make my workday fly by. Couldn't get into Starfield. Don't know what's wrong. And he's moving on. I mean, I know what's wrong. There's just some things just aren't bombastic or exciting enough. Some stuff's really great, but some of that stuff, if it doesn't catch you, I get it. I mean,
okay, I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah?
Controversial question. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
What's better?
I'm going to lie, though.
Cyberpunk or Starfield?
Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is such an amazing experience. And everything about the interaction with the characters and the dynamic, like your character, you push a button and your character sits down and they're in the moment. Or you can walk around the character and I'll be talking to Pan Am and she'll be like this and she'll track me while I'm talking. It's so cool. It's just like, it's
little
that
things
whole,
like that.
It's just all adds together.
So you kind of want it. So then that kind of lends me, I don't know if it's an engine problem, but it's that kind of animation flair that there's just games miss. And I feel like if they are making the next Elder Scrolls game, they can't have that same creation engine or that kind of stilted animation.
I don't think it's the engine. I think it's choices that
Maybe,
Bethesda
I
made,
don't
right?
know.
Because
But
when you
I
look
think
at the
the design
first-person
co-
shooting, sorry guys, when you look at the first-person shooting, like I played them both back to back, like they're both about the same great experience in first-person shooting. Cyberpunk doesn't have, well, I guess it has car combat, but the space combat's really great, and you get to go out and around in Starfield. So there's all these things that Starfield does really great, but Cyberpunk just really nails a vibe. But so does Starfield. It's such a tough one to
They're
say.
very different games, man. Like I find the comparisons, and I understand them because of the aesthetic, but ultimately,
But there's
they're
also
very
similarities you
different
can
games.
see, right?
But they're also very similar, bro. There are like it. I said this in my podcast like a while ago. It is very cyberpunk, and
Yeah.
but the game's vibe is so fundamentally different. Like you're in the space, it's like ambient tones, it's just discovery. Cyberpunk is a cyberpunk game. Whereas cyberpunk, there's a very specific theme. It's not NASA punk, it's Blade Runner, it's everything. That's why we're so hyped for it. So I'm so salty about it not being what it needed to be, but might be now, which I don't think it will be, but it's going to be an excellent story. And I'm really looking forward to playing that. But so many games. Armored Core. I'm not, when I start streaming, Mortal Kombat 1, the story mode, I'm going to just sit it through. Like, apparently, you can complete it in like 3 hours. But the story is amazing. I would love to stream that. Sekiro, I can't wait to stream Sekiro. Bruh.
When you talk about Cyberpunk, its critical score on Open Critic across all the platforms is a 76, and Starfield is an 86, a 10-point difference. And you played Cyberpunk through at launch, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like a 76. It feels like an 86. So when you ask me which one's better, like there's just an overall polish even from the launch version. If you were on Series X or PS5, like you got a pretty decent performing game in performance mode. But yeah, I mean, they're both really great, and I'm so glad I've played both of them. But there's just things that Cyberpunk does amazingly well, and but it doesn't do as much as Starfield. So yeah, that's a crazy one. Let me go to Fire71. He with the $20 super. Thank you, buddy. He says, "Here's some money. Love y'all. Not a Tuesday goes by without y'all in my ear. Gaz and Mag, Colt's the man, and Dealer the next day, making me laugh out loud. The Xbox community is the best. Hashtag no ponies. And yes, of course, I have a PlayStation. Don't we all? Gaz, Fires makes a really good point because we've been connecting back with Dealer because he's been like playing his games and kind of hanging out. And then he's like kind of got back and we're all been kind of doing our hangout thing together and talking and having a good time. And it's such a good feeling because we have such a good group in this community, don't we?
And it's also because the games are good. Finally.
That's the only
That's true. What do you want me to say? Like, if the game is good and Xbox is doing well, everyone's enjoying themselves in party chat again. I've freaking played with J-Rock, custom games, Halo Infinite. I had so much fun. But TZ and everyone, man. It's just like, Huggy was there. It's just like, it was jokes. And I can't wait for season 5 of Halo, man. Like, my friend who's like anti-MP now, he loved multiplayer, but he got rage quit so hard. He says, download Halo Infinite. Like, I was like, what? Bro, he had a love-hate relationship. He went like max rank or something on
So did
Reach.
you.
Well, no, not that high on Reach. Like, to reach max level just on XP was ridiculous time spent. I don't even know the names of them. I didn't even try. But he's like, download Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite, like even other content creators who swore off it, I'm like, yo, this is like starting to get there. And with season 5, you're gonna have freaking the best part of season 5 actually is for me, custom games giving you XP because now it's in rotation. Whereas I just didn't feel like. Yeah, I didn't feel like I was exposed to a lot of Forge maps. I knew they existed. I'm not going to use the custom game browser. And I'm like, which one is this?
Because you wanted progression.
Well, not just progression, but it's going to be in a playlist that's cycling through. That's for me more than the XP. I get to play on all these different maps. But we did custom games. Like, there was like a weird Simpsons / Family Guy map. It was so crazy. Like, they're really tapping into that Fortnite. Yeah, bro. Like it was crazy. You go through these massive slides, and it's like Fortnite. It's like insane, and people would put up the speed, one shot kill, or whatever, guns, and we were just having like it was like that LAN. You know how you had LAN on Halo 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Like I literally like threw 2 houses back home in Pakistan. I got a LAN wire going in to play 2 teams on Halo. It was like so amazing, and that feeling is kind of coming back because, well, part of this community, the custom games browser is so amazing. Halo's never it's had it, but it's been hidden or tucked away. And 343 have identified the value of that. Thank God for Forge. Everyone thought Forge was inconsequential. Forge saved
huge.
Halo Infinite.
So is Halo Infinite where it should have been, or where it should be, all things considered, like, or they still have a ways to go?
Bro, okay, you cannot like rip apart the single player. That's sacrilege. That you say that and suggest that. But like,
what do you mean?
There was this thing, the single player of Halo Infinite, like the content. What's happening with it?
Right.
Halo stands need to know how the story goes forward. We got a book where
more important than the story, guys. I just want to play that campaign in a place besides brown rocks and green trees.
Yeah.
You know,
it's going to be an Unreal Engine 5, so that's going to be incredible.
Well, I don't know if that. We don't know if that's
actually.
what. We don't know if that's what that's going to be. Like, we're wondering if Tatanka from Certain Affinity, if I'm getting the right studio right, I always mix the 2 names that are almost identical. The Tatanka is a standalone Unreal Engine 5 Battle Royale, or is Tatanka the next iteration of the Halo campaign? We don't know that answer. We do know that they've officially said they're working on a big Halo project, but are you thinking that?
Surprise me with the UE5, bro? It's bad because it's sad because it's not a proprietary engine. I think there's a little bit more. It's cooler when the studio's first party in-house engine is displaying all these things, which is why I give PlayStation's first party their flowers, because they're proprietary engines as well.
I hate that saying you use their flowers.
They give them the flowers, but it's just people. Halo needs to look good. Like Halo 1 was the thing. Like everyone's like, "Yo, Halo 2
has to push.
Thing.
It has
Halo
to,
3.
It has to lead. It has to lead in visuals and playability and all that. Yeah. And it didn't. Like,
it has to.
It just looked
Not
good.
from Halo 3.
Sometimes
Halo 4 brought it back. Bro, it was Halo 1, changed the game. Halo 2, great, incredible, massive step up. Halo 3, conservative, but HD, looked nice and whatever.
It doesn't hold up like Halo 1 and 2
No, it
do.
doesn't. It's a clean look, but very sterile, like very like basic. Halo 4 comes out. Halo 4 you can play now. In many places, Halo 4 looks better than Halo Infinite in some places. It just looks amazing. And
Halo 5 looks way better than Halo Infinite.
Halo 5 looks really good. It doesn't play good. The map design is terrible, but in terms of raw visual fidelity, I didn't complain about
I love
Halo
the aim down sights in Halo 5. Like, I think it's so cool. But the purists hate it. But
nah,
I mean, is
Halo 5's multiplayer is the best, man.
So is Halo Infinite's multiplayer where it should be? I mean, I know they're a year or two late, but are they? Yeah, Red Wolf brings up a good point. He asks about, thank you for the 2, and I'll get to the other supers. He says, do we know Firefight will also be PvE? I'm really super excited about Firefight, and that's probably what I'll load up and play with you guys is Firefight. But will they have...
PvE? It is PvE. That's whole nature of PvP. Oh, you mean PvP?
I think he means PvP, where in Warzone Firefight, it has a mix of... I'm trying to remember this. I think I got this wrong last week.
Firefight is PvE. You fight all the...
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, Warzone Firefight is Firefight where you bring up small mini bosses and you get bigger and better weapons as you get through the 5 waves. Firefight standard is just you're in this area and the enemies get tougher and you just have your 3 or 4 different guns to work with. So
ODST introduced it.
Yes, and then Reach had it as well, and it's phenomenal. And
it was really good. I don't rate ODST that much, but Reach.
I love ODST.
Most people did, but I just like whatever. But like, it was really good. Halo missing Warzone is the big problem for me. But ultimately, man, this not just Forge mode. You can create your own, like with AI, just drop them there. So you can essentially have your own wave modes if you want, or just like really cool. I'm so intrigued to see what they do with that, because that's a big deal, man. Like because that engine is very the Forge mode is very tactile. People are doing some weird scripting on that game.
So you said you saw a map that looked like it was in the Family Guy universe, like it looked like it was cell shaded.
Bro, it was a I'll share the clip. It's so nice. It looks like actual cartoon palettes. A complete color change. It's not, it just looks amazing.
I would love to see that.
Bro, you need to play these games with us.
Is that available on console if you have access to that mode? Probably made on PC or I don't know.
Bro, like, I don't know how they make the Forge maps, but you can play them on Xbox. Yeah, that's where you play them. It's just sick, bro. Halo's good, man. I'm very happy with the multiplayer.
Wait, okay, so one more time. Is the Halo Infinite multiplayer where it's supposed to be, in your opinion?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Multiplayer is apart from actually I can't even say the monetization stuff, because I actually ended up buying one as well. It's like, yo, that looks mad. I'm such a piece of shit.
No.
Almost.
That's only an option. You and I have talked about this. Like, if a game's like, I gotta buy this $5 cosmetic, you know that it's done something. That's a horrible thing to say, but like we talk about Fortnite. When a skin is so cool that you're like, I gotta shell out real money because it's so. Because I gotta say, like, if they make it look so cool that you gotta have it, I think they're serving. I don't know. People probably hate that. But you know what I
love about Halo? No, yeah, I get that, but I don't care about. If I want it, I'll buy it. But I get it. Like, you're feeding into the machine. You're feeding into the horrendous gas machine, whatever. But ultimately, it's justified for me. And the game, actually, which is the best part about the character customization, is that there's so many types, so many variants. So you get to see other Spartans who have some crazy gear. It's not just the samurai. I saw some really cool ones. And this is where 343 needs to keep releasing more like Fortnite does. Like, more skins, like just as regularly as they do. Make it an event.
Get some licensed stuff in there. Like, I don't know, people hate that idea, but man, if you want your,
don't listen to him.
Why not? Like, if you want your Spartan, your Spartan to look like Deadpool, why not? Like, what's wrong with that?
You're right. You've already bastardized the game with the freaking unicorn thing and all this cat ears, so might as well do that.
I mean, why do you have a problem? Like, chat, do you have a problem if some dude looks like a Spartan version of Deadpool and he paid $8 for that? Like, does that bother you? Does it ruin the immersion? Oh, the lore, it's not in the universe.
The vibes.
I think it's fun.
There's atmosphere in the game. We Quake 3, and then like the mods, if they turn them everyone to The Simpsons, it's like, okay, right, that's nice, bro.
Right. Real talk. You want to talk about atmosphere? Why in the world isn't there a multiplayer mode where you could play? Hear me out, because I'm gonna paint the picture for you. Why isn't there a multiplayer mode where you can play as an elite, a brute, or a grunt, or the sniper dudes? I forgot their names.
Jackals.
What was it?
Jackals.
Jackals. Right? Get this. This would be so cool, and it would be a nightmare for balancing. But the brutes have a slightly larger hitbox, but they have a longer time to kill. No, listen. Yeah, because they're bigger. Their hitbox is slightly bigger, but they have a longer time to kill. The elites move faster, and then they have the same. They move fast like the Spartans, and they're about the same height, right? You could play as a grunt. You're actually lower to the ground, and your hitbox is smaller, but you have a faster time to kill because your hitbox is smaller. Like, how cool would it be that you could run around as a? It would be so fun, and I feel like 343 is so staunch, so sterile in the purity of the game. It's like, build this mode where it could be. And I don't want Spartans. I don't want blue versus red versus green versus purple. I want Spartan. You can pick a Spartan, or you can pick an ODST, but the ODSTs are way faster, but they have a slightly less time to kill than, like, just, you got to do this balancing act where you can play as different characters on the ONSC side, and then the Covenant side. It would be so awesome. Like, how fun would it be just to get ready after you respawn to go, oh, bro, I'm going to be the grunts. And you come out and they're like, kill kill the demon, and they're shorter, and you can see their little hands, and you laugh, and it's so cool because they're faster and their hitbox.
Bro, that would be amazing. I think a lot of people prefer to play Spartans, but you can make those characters fun.
Wouldn't that be
as
great?
well. Like, depends on how you gamify that. Like, they must have tested that out. But how much fun is it to play a little tiny grunt with a needler? It's like and a
so
bloody
fun.
warthog is driving past, is just bouncing off. No, but I actually think it'd just be so much fun.
That's what I'm kind of getting at. That
objective
just
mode.
unbutton your shirt
dynamic.
a little bit, 343, and just
I agree.
do a little bit of extra. And I totally don't have a problem that if somebody wants to look like, well, I mean, I don't know if there's gonna be Goku in a. I know people hate the Fortnite thing, but you and I know how fun it is. Like you load up your aliens xenomorph skin, and it's so funny and it's so cool. Just unbutton the shirt a little bit. Let the chest hair out.
You let the cat ears in, then you just open the floodgates and let us have whatever, man. But well, no, that's just horrible. Right. No, actually, no.
I know, and we're talking pie in this guy garbage about Halo, but I still think it's fun. Fire71 says Xbox needs WB and make Mad Max 2. The first one was fire. Yeah, Mad Max is awesome. Spartan says, thank you for the... What's that?
Mad Max, yeah, man. The remake, can't wait for that. One of the best games ever, man.
It's very fun, yeah. Spartan661, thank you for the 2. He goes, if Sony buys Square, it would fold in on itself. I don't think Sony can afford to buy Square, but maybe they could. They seem to sell to PlayStation so cheap.
I don't think they'll be interested. Yeah. I'd love it if it happened, because I'll be like, really? That's what you went for? Okay, you can stick to your thing quite strongly.
Watch them buy Square, and the CEO's like, oh, we already told Phil we're going to put every game on the Xbox. So, yeah, we'll still buy you, but that's our contract.
It is significant. It is significant. I'm just downplaying it because the effect of it can't be felt with us, because essentially Square feel like a PlayStation first-party studio because they don't release much. But that's changing now. Once Final Fantasy VII integrate whatever the hell comes out
in 5 years.
If it's Final Fantasy VII, I think it'll be the Final Fantasy X2. I think that could come to Xbox.
Square said they're not even working on or planning to make the ports right now. So if Phil,
is that what they said?
Yeah, they said that right now there's no port in the works for Final Fantasy VII or the other iterations of that, or 16. So that's something that Phil would have to kind of like work with them and say, hey, when can you get started on the port? But I mean, that's like a year thing, right? Like, I don't know what happened with Deathloop if they made an Xbox version and PlayStation version. What's that?
I think that's a bit weird. Like Phil calling, like, hey, can you start working on that port? It's like,
I mean, that's kind of how it works. Like they signed an agreement. They talked about what they're going to do, and Square made intent to like start bringing more games to Xbox. So yeah, I mean, Phil's not going to call him and say, when's the port due? But that conversation would be happening between somebody at Xbox. Like, hey, that's got to be a conversation. Are you guys working on a port?
The exclusivity contract must be really strong, because it must be so hamstrung by that.
Oh, it is. Like,
yeah.
When PlayStation signs something, Xbox isn't even allowed to talk about the game. Like, they can't even acknowledge it in their marketing. Yeah. It can't even show up in a trailer or anything. And it's probably vice versa for Xbox versus PlayStation. Grandpa Barbecuer's Game Cat gifted a channel membership to WebDave. WebDave, welcome. He's always here, and thank you very much. Highlander with a 5, thank you, says, I was at a local Best Buy, and people were buying Xboxes, and I asked why they were getting them. Highlander's like, what you buying over there? Huh? Oh, you getting an Xbox? Huh? Series S, huh? You know that thing's the reason why all the games don't run well. Like Tim Dog? Tim Dog's like, roll down the window. You better be buying an Xbox, not a PS4. Love it.
And the people standing there said, what the hell did that guy say? Tim's
like, they saw me, and he rolls up the window. Love it.
Oh.
Highlander also gifted 5 Colt Eastwood memberships. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. If you become a channel member, reach out to me and send me your an email or something, because it's a lot easier to get out channel membership winners if I have a way to contact you. Fire says Outer Worlds 2 is going to be great, no doubt. I'm saying it's amazing. Highlander says the Xbox community is the best. Once ABK games go to Game Pass, there'll be another round of salt videos from the ponies. Advance the line. Guys, let's talk about this big roundtable for ABK. When do you think it's going to happen? Who's going to be there? What are you predicting?
Why Red Wolf saying I hate you? I don't hate you, bro.
You know what he said to me today? He's like, I don't know how Gaz feels about me. I'm like, stop being a woman.
I'm just funny guy.
Wait,
man.
that was inappropriate. I apologize. My bad for Gaz.
They're making me out to be some villain, bro. What was the question? Sorry, what was the question? Red Wolf, I hate you now. Now I hate you. Sorry. I'm really sorry. What was the question?
When's this roundtable going to happen? What do you think they're waiting for? What's going to happen there? Like, let's talk about that for a second here. Big roundtable for ABK plus Xbox.
It's going to be just executives just tossing each other off, or like, I don't know, man. Like, why?
Like with their, they'll be like one leg folded over the other, smashing their bits.
Couches exactly COVID distances away.
Right.
And
everybody's arm reach away.
COVID. Yeah.
Phil's gonna be like,
that was really weird. It was like a Hail Hydra meeting.
Gas! Oh wait, that's okay. Phil's like, welcome to the Xbox versus Xbox ABK roundtable. Sorry, Bobby Kotick couldn't make it here. His car broke down. We're here with Aaron Greenberg, and over here to my right we have Septic Sauce CEO on YouTube, Gaz, formerly of Game On Daily, who's now cut all ties with everybody and has burned every bridge. What do you have to say about ABK, Gaz? Welcome, and I don't know who let you in with your security clearance. Go.
They're not going to do any interviews, bro. It's going to be literally so awkward having Bobby Kotick feels like having Harvey Weinstein in that meeting. It's like it feels like really bad. Like, it's not that bad, but it's like
it is kind of like
Bobby's
that.
on there, you know what's going to happen? Like someone's going to like a cool waitress is going to drop like a glass of water, and he's going to be like, yeah.
He's like,
yeah, we're really
they
happy about
got
this
5
deal.
cameras going, and he's like,
money.
Bobby's like, yeah, we're looking forward to making Candy Crush on the Nintendo Wii U.
He's like, yeah, I've been paid so much money, I don't give a shit. What? I'm still here. Let me 2 months. 2 months. Okay, what do you want, Phil?
Okay, Happy Bomb just burned me. Happy Bomb just burned me so bad, and it's so true.
Yeah.
Women don't have half the drama you and your gaming friends have. How true is this, Gaz? Where like we get on the phone, we're like, oh my gosh, spill the tea. So and so said this on Xbox Live, and now, oh my gosh, did you hear what so and so did? Like,
that's not me, bro. I don't know who you chatted to. This is why I'm not in party chat with you. Bro, what kind of freaking party chat? This is why I appear offline, bro. He's gonna have a literal therapy session.
It's so bad. Like, so and so's mad at so and so because of something they said.
Someone in their mouth on Twitter, bro. I don't get it. But it is.
I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you acting
bro.
like you're just like above and beyond all of this nonsense.
I know, but at the same time, you guys pull me into it. I just want to talk with dank memes and just.
I have a friend who will I won't name him, but I have a friend who will DM me and say, "Look what so and so said on Twitter. Oh, look what these two are fighting." And this guy
I get this a lot.
will just hang out in the bushes, and he'll be just like, "There's drama going on in the Xbox community." And I'm like, did you stand up for him? And he's like, no, I'm just watching for the bushes, but here's the screenshots because I know you'll get involved. Oh my gosh, it's so harder.
Bro, that is such a good play of what actually happens as jokes.
It
and a lot of
is.
people I reach out, I was like, oh. And then you get people, obviously I assume the source as well, like, you're just talking shit all the time. But like, well, it just makes it fun.
Oh, I remember. I mean, you act like there's no drama, but during the delay Halo thing, you and Jez were like arguing. I'm like, Gaz, tell him you're sorry. We're good. We're all friends. We need to get along. And you're like, oh, I'm going scorched earth. And I'm like, Gaz, no.
That is how it plays out.
Yep.
It's like that. Fuck that guy. He's getting murked.
It's all in good fun, but yeah, Happy Bomb got me on that one for sure. Because literally, I'm like, I got to get on the phone. I got to get on WhatsApp and do an international call with everybody and find out what the drama is. Maybe it's my fault. I didn't think of that. Crap.
It is your fault.
Boner. Spartan says, sorry, everyone. I don't care that the competition doesn't have what Microsoft has in the wheelhouse. Thoughts matter, Gaz. Stop interrupting my super chats. It's probably not him. It's probably me. Boner Jams, thank you for the 5. He says, the Suki now, Evening Gazatron and Colt Longwood. New Spider-Man looks wondrous and full of enchantment. Have a great week, boys. Yeah, Boner Jams is a 91. You better pay up. You better buy 2 copies.
Boner Jams, and he talks about Sucky. What is this?
Dude, Boner Jams is legit, bro. He runs a guitar and music related podcast with a good friend of mine.
Oh, so. Actually, that's the name, Boner Jams.
Boner Jams, bro. I don't know what the word boner means, but I know all about jams. So Big Dozer 84 with a $5 super chat says, Gaz, simulate a thumbnail pic of.
What? No,
simulate it. Oh yeah. Hold on. I got to go back to Gaz right when I finished reading this. He says, Gaz, simulate a thumbnail pic of Dreamcast guy seeing the Xbox logo on a PS5 boot up screen. Hold on, let me go to this. Okay, hold on. I gotta give the headline because it's gonna be a thumbnail. I can't believe they did this. Go.
It's the same face. Like someone.
Okay, hold on. One more. PlayStation 5 game has Xbox logo on it. Go.
His hands just get wider and just like, what is he doing? Like, what is that? It's like, bruv, these guys can't make anything, bro. I tried making thumbnails like recently. It's not that hard, bro. But you don't have one face. But to be honest, he's a bit stuck on that one. Actually, that was to do. No, but it's just like. You know what? I feel guilty about making fun of Dreamcast guy. It's so obvious in his shit tier content.
People are so mean to him, man. They're so mean.
But it's just like DCG. I get it, you're playing the algorithm, but
yeah.
Why do you speak so slowly? Like, and he apparently speaks normally. Maybe he just can't record
this video needs to reach 10 minutes for the algorithm. No, I'm just kidding.
Bro,
I did that in one video where I was just kind of like, I had a long outro, but now I don't care about that algorithm. I care about how long I'm working on a video. That's what's more important to me. Red Wolf says, do we know a firefighter? Oh, I already read that one.
Charlie.
I don't want to write twice.
Charlie says that's meth job.
He don't meth around. Jay the Herb with the $2 super says, Halo could use the Call of Duty engine now. I don't know if it's really the engine, but we'll see if this Unreal Engine 5 Halo turns out to be good. If it's a real thing.
Oh, man. Bro, man.
What?
It actually only just hit me right now how messed up it is how DCG just admitted that he just smoked meth, bro. Like, if he's so dumb, bro. It's like, yeah, me and my friends, we thought it was weed, and he mixed it with... How do you even do that, bro? Like, you can't tell the difference between weed and meth, bro. Bro, are you fucking stupid? How can you make that mistake, bro? Weed and meth. I've never heard that before, bro. And then they were like, oh, it's meth. Oh, really? It wasn't supposed to be weed. Come on. And then they smoked it. Yeah. I'm a meth addict.
He's My name is Dreamcast. What's in this? I don't know. Let me check.
So the internet is so funny because of characters like this. This is why I'm in the salt mining game. Like, there's such weird characters. Did you see today? Well, the weekend, this guy's name is Japan Hates Xbox. And he's standing outside Japan in a random car park. Yeah. In a random car park, and he's recording. Goes, hey, man, you know what? I'm in Japan and Xbox hates Japan, and he's filming a random freaking, I don't know, petrol station at like 5 a.m. or something, and you can see his reflection, you can see his trucker hat, and he keeps calling Xbox guys hillbillies, but he sounds like one himself. It's like, what the hell are you talking about?
Bro, there's a guy who's been harassing me for like 5 years, and he calls me Eric L. 42-year-old toilet licker.
Oh, that guy's a mentalist.
He calls everybody by their first names, and anybody who read the USA Today article I did that I was in 2 years ago would know that I gave him a first name, but I gave him the wrong last name initial just to kind of save me, and they put the wrong. They even wrote it wrong. So he thinks I'm still 42 years old, which I'm 97, and he's been harassing me. Like, he's been blocked for so long that someone will say, "Hey, really like this Colt," and he's like, "That guy's a toilet licker, and Slopfield is mid."
Slopfield, I see that all the time.
And then one day,
this guy's like, just laugh. His tweets are so dumb. He actually means it. He's like a grown man.
Oh, he's like he is so committed. And so one day, one of the Xbox fans found him on Facebook and posts a picture of him. He's a trucker, and he's got a blow-up alien doll with a hole in it behind it. And this dude's name is Dave. I call him Dave the Trucker. I go, delete your account, Dave the Trucker. And he's got the aliens like...
His blow-up doll is a green man. That's why he's fucking Xbox
That's why
all the
he
time.
hates Xbox.
Oh my god!
Oh, that guy, he's so ridiculous. Yo, Donnie goes, "No way, this cannot be true, bro. It's true. I've got it saved in my phone." Dave.
Dave, no actual name. Oh,
we don't know. I mean, the guy was cool. The Xbox fan was cool enough not to dox his whole name, but he just said he's Dave. And I look at the picture, and he's in a truck cab. You know, he's got like a blanket covering the part where he goes and sleeps on a bed of Cheez-Its.
It's Tim Dog. Does he drive a truck?
No, Tim doesn't drive a truck.
It's not the fact that he's driving a truck. It's the fact that the way he
it has
looks,
nothing to do with driving a truck.
He looks like a freaking psychopath, bro. Have you
Yeah,
seen the
that's-
picture of his face, bro?
Yeah,
I'm
he looks like
that guy.
he looks-
Keep guns away from him.
He looks
Keep
like he's
school
got
life.
several deer carcasses like in the back that he, snuggles at night. He looks like a psychopath. Yeah. Sean the Bree goes, "Your guys' laughter is so contagious." Yeah, I mean, normally I'm like, be nice, but I mean, this guy's been like stalking and harassing me for years and years, and he uses J-Rock's real name. Every time on J-Rock's tweets, he calls him by his full name and his age. And I won't say it, but he says, blah, 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 52 years old, thinks Slopfield is a good game. And, it's like, and he always cusses, and he uses a pun for everything. Yeah.
Mental. It's
And
just
then,
like a car
then Mighty
crash.
Keith
It's like,
says,
what?
Mighty Keith says that the Xbox fans are the worst in the community. Holy crap.
Who said that?
The Mighty Keith.
Oh, Mighty Keith.
Oh yeah, he's like the Xbox fans are the worst in the community. I'm like,
this was news like 5 months ago.
I'm like this, huh? What?
Oh yeah, it's not even close, bro.
Dude, it's
not
getting
even
messy
close.
in the chat. Z-Back Rider goes, "Are you sure it's not Koala Boy?"
Oh god, that is a ridiculously. That's probably the worst one. Okay, all these other people, like, fine, but this guy sounds like he's 12. Makes videos like he's 68,000.
Bro, I have
old.
a 12-year-old. My son doesn't talk like that. In fact, when I make jokes, like when I'm like writing to Gaz, I'm like, these ponies are gonna get murked. My son goes, "Dad."
Absolutely.
More mature than I am.
Absolute, like, and he just like, like you want to put him in a video because it's like, it's not even funny. He's not even doing anything. He's just lame, man. He's old. He's
Just
like,
angry,
right.
just super
Not
angry.
even inventive or creative, or his videos suck. He's just actually a thoroughly terrible person as well, because you know what he did with Epic Treasure? They fake reported her for self-harm Even and the guy
Oh,
then
yeah, she
retweeted it and said,
Yeah.
"Oh, I got her." And then Xbox like with his bald head, and then the guy who obviously has to pay for sex every time. Just there like,
Yes!
"Oh yeah, this is great," because obviously he can't ever get a woman, or if he did, God, I don't know how much freaking chloroform was involved in that one. But that guy is a piece of. He's a weirdo, and it's like absolutely rubbish content creator and actually toxic as well. If you think I'm toxic, that's why I go hard on that guy. He sucks,
Bro.
Like,
They call me
he
toxic
sucks.
all the time. They're crazy. They are crazy. Absolutely. Rebel macaroni with the chicken strips. Rebel says, Dave, oh my gosh, I'm crying. Shout out to Dave. And yeah, I always say I that's what I do once in a while when I see him and he's saying something mean about me. I'll just say, shout out to Dave in a truck, you know? But he doesn't see it because I haven't blocked. But anyway, oh my gosh. One more ABK game we got to talk about that people want to return. Guitar Hero. Gaz, do you have an opinion on this Guitar Hero? I know everybody wants it.
I don't know if people will actually want it as much as people say they want it. How do you reconcile that with the Game Pass model? I'm sure they at the same time it works with their hardware model because they sell controllers all the time. It'd be good. It'd be good. You just got it. Hey, it would be good.
I mean, it's so funny. It's like nobody's going to buy this piece of plastic. They're like, ooh, a purple controller.
Yeah, exactly. They sell for some reason. But Guitar Hero, like, if you can do something unique with it, but you know, Kiruji on our podcast made a really good point. He's like, I want it back. Not that I desperately want it back, but I want it back so I can buy the peripherals because they are now on eBay appreciating like mad. People
Like
and I had to buy
$300
mine.
or something.
That's
Yeah.
what I did. And it's just like, it was a bit of a piss take. But it's like, and we had so much fun. You can bring it back.
Well,
But
to
don't
be
spend
fair-
too much money on that.
So people understand we bring out Rock Band every year, no matter what, during the week of New Year's Eve. And it's a tradition that we've done for so long, since 2009, that we haven't stopped. So we pull out all of the gear, the drums and everything. But that equipment is like almost at its point where it just doesn't really work anymore. But you can't buy replacements. But Guitar Hero tried to come back. Let's say like 2015, they tried to do Guitar Hero Live or what it was called, and nobody bought. Like Walmart was, clearancing the stuff. The game didn't come. Rock Band 4 happened. I don't think hardly anybody bought it. So I don't know. Bobby Kotick's like, Guitar Hero's great. We'd like to bring that back. It's like I think we all loved it, but not enough to go back. Am I right? Here, let me do a poll.
I think so.
I mean, I want Rock Band to come back, but just playing the guitar without singing and stuff it's not as good for me. I've got the guitars behind me.
Well, they'll have to do something. They'll have to like evolve that a little bit if they're going to bring it back. They can't just bring it back and for the sake of it, just to by the numbers sequel. There has to be something like a big event or something, some innovation. I don't know what can you innovate with that. So I don't know. But I'd be happy if they brought it back for others because I'm sure there's a core community that would really appreciate it. So. But make it a AA project and then focus your manpower elsewhere, not COD. But yeah.
Do you think that Xbox will truly pull some of those studios off of Call of Duty and let them make something? Phil
It doesn't
alluded
look like
to
it, but I'm looking more at Blizzard, man. And like I think StarCraft is going to be in a conversation. That's a beautiful IP that I didn't actually get to enjoy, but I always held it in reverence. And wanted to try it, and it was just PC wasn't there. Like it just circumstantially, I never got to play StarCraft, but my friends did, and they loved it, and I just never got to play it. But I was looking forward to StarCraft Ghost because that was going to be the Xbox version of StarCraft, like this third person where you have a female protagonist in the white suit. It looked really good, and then never saw the light of day. There's
When was
so much
that?
you could do with that IP. That was 360 gen. They were supposed to come back. StarCraft Ghost.
Oh, okay.
And
Sarah Bond brought up StarCraft, and I think somebody else at Xbox has brought up StarCraft. It's almost like, I don't know. It's too early for them to say they're actually doing something, unless Activision and Blizzard already wanted to do something with StarCraft. But
I think they'll actively see. I hope, and Microsoft actively seek to make the most out of these IPs that are dormant. StarCraft as well. I hope they don't Disney it and just have like really bad attempts at them, but I hope serious ones.
Yeah, like bringing back Battletoads the way they did was not right. It's still pretty good a game actually that nobody played, but they do need to do it right. Do you think that? What's that?
I think it was hard to bring that back, but if you bring StarCraft's vibes, I use that a lot in my video trailers, like talking about ABK, because have you seen the cutscenes, man? Blizzard, bro. Xbox owned Blizzard's.
Your video was awesome.
CG, my favorite Command and Conquer. I've been waiting to use that track for a while. But yeah, like that studio has the best cutscene development. Like, they faltered a little bit, but World of Warcraft's freaking cutscenes look insane. They must take years to render. And then you've got that, and StarCraft's trailers look mad. And now the thing I love about StarCraft, the vibes. The last game I saw, like futuristic mech tech with aliens and like human, like just fused with dark, gritty vibes. Looks so cool. But I would like that in a third person, like kind of like action, more of an action game. Setting. More than
I never got to experience StarCraft, but everyone talks about it. Like, I know that it's amazing. Just no one ever says anything otherwise, and it's like during that type of game or that era.
Multiplayer with that kind of third person, that would replace Gears for me.
That would be really cool.
Oh man!
But do you think Xbox is going to kind of encourage these studios to? Because I said in my video that I put out on Friday or whatever day it was, I think it was Friday, that Xbox has to kind of lean on Activision Blizzard and say, we need more than just Call of Duty, because we're bringing you in and we need content, regularly, like new content for Game Pass. And if they only deliver a survival game from Blizzard and Call of Duty every year, that's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna really work.
I'm gonna be on their back. I'm gonna put. Chat, please agree with me and then make my life easier on this. And you should be doing this anyway. You need to demand more from ABK and Blizzard and Microsoft actually exploring those. Otherwise, what's the point? Like, COD is on. Who cares about the numbers, man? Like, the game is fun, but you need all these studios. You pay $70 billion, but Blizzard could be so good, such a good fit. Just theme in terms of tonally, with the theme of StarCraft, and oh man, it's so cool, man. Like if they do prototype again, and then they bring in some of these like big game, LA. What's it called? LA. What's wrong with me?
LA.
The GTA. Oh my god, my brain. LA something, the GTA games type game. Oh, chat. My
brain's from ABK?
Gone. Yeah, man. Come on.
Dang, I don't know what you're talking about.
Bro, after such, how can I forget the name?
You're not thinking of Midnight Club, are you? Because that's Rockstar.
No. It's like a third-person GTA type game. Not LA Noire.
That's Rockstar. True Crime.
True Crime. Thank
you, FTW.
God.
Which the sequel became Sleeping Dogs, which is freaking amazing. True Crime was so fun. Oh my gosh.
True Crime.
I forgot that was them.
Soundtrack
Was that Activision? You're right, because Alfonso Mendoza says True Crime Streets of LA. That's where you were thinking of the name.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. True Crime was so fun. Didn't True Crime have you had to go to a dojo and learn how to learn kung fu or karate?
I don't remember.
In Streets of LA, I think. Yeah.
Bro, the music, the soundtrack in that game was so lit, bro.
That game famously had the GameStop billboards.
Bro, there was one mission in the first Watchdog, where you have to go into like apartment block, and like dusty kind of like residential apartments, gritty, and you had like these like proper gangsters, like the old school type in it. Like it was just like, that was when Watchdog felt good. The guns, like you were on the wall, like going up, shooting up this thing, and like True Crime, man, with those vibes, man, that would be a big deal, man. Like I think it would be nice to get out. open world game that like may not be GTA, but it's hitting those vibes. That's where Saints Row fell away because it just turned less GTA, which it did better in Saints Row 2, in my opinion, than GTA 4. GTA 4. So in terms of fun, bring it back. True Crime is sick.
Yeah. Hold on, we got a couple comments here. KT to go says Sleeping Dogs is where you go to the dojo for martial arts, obviously, but I'm pretty sure there you go learn kung fu or karate in Streets of LA. I remember that because then I thought, oh my gosh, this really is a spiritual successor. Interesting. They have there's like 50 franchises that belong to Activision Blizzard, but just like anybody else, those do stay dormant for almost forever. Who was this? We got Fire71. Thank you for the 10. He goes, I'm both friend of you, but you won't friend of me on X. I am your friend, both of you, but won't friend you on Xbox because I have to be the highest gamer score every month, and you all would wipe the floor with me 60K strong. I have 160,000 gamer score, but I only pull in around, 800 to 1,000 a month, if at the most. So I don't know.
I'm doing that at the moment because I just like ADHD all over the place. I didn't care about achievements at all. Not at all. I didn't give a damn. Now I'm starting to Hoggy got me into it after It Takes Two, got the dopamine release. He was like, there's a achievement here. I'm like,
I love popping him though. Although I don't chase them.
Notifications, so I don't even see them.
Oh, well, that's a big problem.
Well, because of when I'm recording gameplay.
How do you get a party invite from me, you punk?
I don't. I have to sporadically check. Oh no, it comes on the PC actually at the same time.
Oh, that's how. No wonder it's so hard to get a hold of you. God Emperor Sofa King. I missed this one. He says, thanks for the super. He says, I would love it if they worked something out with Disney for Marvel's Ultimate Alliance series. People really love that game, but it's been a little while it's been like 10 years, I think, for that game. But there's a whole bunch of stuff they need to bring back. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, you were talking about the achievements. Yeah. Like I didn't get any achievements for basically 2 weeks because I was continuing on with Forza and then replaying Cyberpunk where I already had achievements. So sometimes you just don't get any. But
are you not playing the DLC or are you trying to get
I just started it last night. So I popped a couple achievements recently.
What is it like? Is it way better than the base or the same?
The vibe's really good, man. It looks really nice too.
You turn the music off and play Blade Runner.
I leave the music on because actually the music's so far back that I play Blade Runner 2049 or original Blade Runner music, and it doesn't get in the way. I turn it down to a certain point on Spotify, and it just adds. Sometimes a song comes on, it's like not the right move, and I'm talking to a character, and I'm like, I'll write it out or I'll go change it. I'll pause it and change it. But yeah, it's so cool, man. I know I want you to play it so we can talk about that, but
Tenchu, yeah.
There's so many.
It was so weird that they put Sekiro in their trailer. A lot of people said that the IPs and owned by
the IP's owned by From Software.
Yeah, From Software owned the IP. They had the publishing rights, but Sekiro was on there, which to me suggests it's coming to Game Pass.
Oh. I think it's already been on Game Pass as well. It was like a year ago. It was on Game Pass.
It was amazing.
What about Lords of the Fallen? We didn't talk about that, but you're big into the Souls things now. Are you going to wait on that one?
Which one?
Lords of the Fallen. It's got new problems. Doesn't run right.
Erica was just like, not just problems, although the problems are bad. On Xbox, it's basically unplayable. It goes down to like 5 frames at some point. I don't know if they've fixed it, and the priority of the developers is focused on PlayStation, PC, then Xbox. A lot of people it's because of the certification process, but I don't think so. I think this is a trend now where developers are prioritizing the PlayStation 5, which is why hardware sales do matter. And Lord of the Fallen, apparently, according to Erica, it's good. It was just not Liza P. Liza P, apparently, is
she
being
says she
held
likes
now.
it better.
No, a lot of people do. A lot of people in the Souls community are really hold it in high reverence, man.
Liza P?
Game of the Year material. Yeah, man. And
that's good to know.
It's good, but I want to see how it goes. But so many games, man. What the flip? But yeah, Sekiro first. There's no way I'm playing Lies of P before that. But yeah, man, like there's great games. Lies of P is Game of the Year material for a lot of people, and it's supposed to be a great game. So Lords of the Fallen, I'm really disappointed of, because when you went to the event, you said you came back as a Gaz. It looks amazing.
Yeah, I played it on a PC. It was amazing with an Xbox controller. Yeah, it looked beautiful, and and then the console version, not just Xbox, like PS5 has its own issues, and it's already being patched, and I guess the Xbox patch is on the way, but I don't play those Souls games like you guys do, but I told Souls fans that they'd probably really enjoy it. It's kind of weird. Like, it's totally different from the first one, and they just reboot. They made one game and then they immediately rebooted it like 8 years later, which is kind of weird. But when a game comes out broken like this, guys, it really ruins reputation. It ruins trajectory or momentum for sales, and people just they'll dismiss a game and they won't even bother with it. And these publishers need to learn their lesson hard, because they put these games out and they're broken and they suffer sales for an eternity.
Yeah, but we're also seeing some games actually coming back, like from terrible launches. Battlefield apparently had like some 60K or something. A big 60K concurrent numbers is quite high for Battlefield, and Battlefield has its own community. All these games that we don't really consider like that, they have their own bustling communities, man. It's like that's why Sony's so intent on gas, man. Like gas isn't dead. Like it is important, but doing it right is important. Microsoft has the money to write out some pretty poor like early ones, because like Halo Infinite, it funneled money and it's just really doing well. Like Grounded was launched well, but it's like turning and getting lots of support. Sea of Thieves is getting support. Well, I think last time it didn't, but it's just like, you get bad seasons or whatever. But generally,
every game you're talking about needed 1 to 2 year delay until it hit the market.
It's funny, isn't it?
You and I love Cyberpunk, but I mean, it took them 3 years, and I think the game was largely fixed after a year. It's like that their own self-publisher at CDPR was like, no, we're going now. It's time to make money on our long investment.
Worst decision ever. The reputational damage is insane. And they still brought it back, which is insane, because people are like really like not that bitter about it. I feel like I'm in a minority being really down about the lack of choices and the AI not being in this bustling city. You didn't sell me the city. The landscapes did, music did, graphics did, but the world didn't. Like the dynamic AI, like GTA 5 from 2 generations ago, puts you to shame. Like so we were expecting more. But I will still give it a go based on my reduced hype and just the cool story, because Edge Runners made it cool, man. Edge Runners made the vibe cool. So it was like, oh shit, I just want to go back and tap that ass. No, tap the universe. I was gonna say, I don't know why I said it like that.
I mean, this is the only product in the world that releases broken and gets a 3-year like apology or a 3-year excuse to, like, cars, books, music, movies. Like, you get what you get when it's out. This is how it is, and it's either good or it's not. And video games are in this weird excuse where they're like, all right, here it is. Oh, you don't like it? We'll work on it for a year. Or we'll work on it for 3 years. It's so weird, and I don't know why publishers can't get it through their thick skull. Like, even Xbox's own publishing teams or their own studios, like, they can't get it through their thick skull that it would be just better to delay Halo, to delay Redfall. It was great to delay Starfield, right? They just don't learn. And
Redfall not being delayed is a shocker. But
it's a crime.
Halo, the pressure, yeah.
Cars have recalls, yeah.
Yeah, but look, it's getting there. It's like, but Xbox has all the diversity as well. It's not just gas. Gears will have gas. Yeah, Forza's gas. But then you'll have Oblivion. Not Oblivion. What's it called? Avowed. And Avowed is not going to be gas. Hellblade's not going to be gas. Like Clockwork Orange is not Clockwork.
Actually,
Orange. What's it called?
Let me really quick. Where was this? The roadmap. No, the Open Critic one. The gas games on this Xbox. This guy was like, all those games on Xbox are games as a service. I'm like, actually, most of them aren't. Like Quake 1 and 2, Starfield isn't really games as a service. You know what? Who cares? Like Psychonauts 2 is not. Hi-Fi Rush is not games as a service. Not really. Like, I don't know. It's. Then you look at the roadmap. If I put up the roadmap, like single player, South of Midnight, Clockwork, Hellblade, Avowed, Outer Worlds, Fable, skipping down to Indiana Jones, Perfect Dark, Elder Scrolls. Like over half of those games are not games as a service titles. So you can't. I think it's funny when you say they're going to make this many gas games. I'm like, why don't you just say we're going to make some games? Why do you have to categorize them whether they're going to be supported with additional content? I think that just means we want to make a gas game because we don't want to sell it once and then never see any more money, right? They want to sell you a game.
Do the developers want to make gas? Do the developers actually want to make gas? That's
no, probably not.
It's mandated by thingy. Whereas Microsoft Studios generally. It's Core Suite are used to the idea of they've been coached on it. Now, I don't think Microsoft will do that with the other studios, like the newer ones, because ABK is going to be, it kind of does gas pretty naturally in a lot of its games. It's got recurring revenue on World of Warcraft. COD is basically mad gas. But other things like Microsoft is really exploring IPs. I feel like Phil Spencer understands that. Phil Spencer is greenlighting a lot of projects. I think I'm very positive about it. If you could get one StarCraft game, whatever it is, that's a big thing that Xbox deserves as flowers, in my opinion. Microsoft, this is a very exciting time, man. Don't focus on COD. What about Crash? What about Spyro? You think they're going to sit on that? No chance. Tony Hawk.
They just put out a Crash I can't remember what it was called. Crash Rumbleverse game that didn't do very well, but yeah, they're still working with those IPs. In fact, there's a really strong rumor that Spyro 4 is almost out or ready to be announced. So I don't really care about Spyro, but maybe it'll be super fun.
Yeah, not for me, but like whatever, man. Like just demand more from Activision, man.
Yeah.
Other than COD, please, and it looks like we should get it. And Phil, please, if you're watching this, bruh, we need the legacy IPs.
A couple people in the chat were talking about Redfall's delay and said it wouldn't make a big difference, but they added more enemies. The performance is actually where it's supposed to be. There's a lot of things that they need to do to Redfall, but I think if it were released like it does now, it wouldn't be a 53. It'd probably be a 65 or even higher. It wouldn't save it though. Like the game needed a total overhaul, and I really feel like Arcane just said, "You know what? We don't care. You know what? We don't care," and they were out. So Pitfall, Gaz says in the chat. Can you imagine Pitfall's a modern amazing. Pitfall?
Yeah,
it was. I played it. I played it in 1983, and I'm like, swung over some crocodiles. Was it an amazing game, though?
No, but then didn't it become?
It was popular.
No, didn't Pitfall become a futuristic one? Fate to Black? No, what was it? Was it Fate to Black? Damn it, that's going to annoy me.
Really?
Let me just check. Yeah, I think so. Fate to Black. Or was it the same studio made that Pitfall?
My newer Pitfall would be Bayou Billy on the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yeah,
Bayou Billy. What game are you thinking of?
Fate to Black. It was just an amazing game. But who made it? Flashback. They called it Flashback as well. That's what it was called. Might be someone else actually.
Wait, why? This looks like a third-person, Perfect Dark style game. It doesn't look like anything to do with that vibes. That's a 1995 game, Gaz. You weren't even born yet.
Yeah. What?
No, you were. Sheldon Reese is out of this world.
Blaze Reed Jenkins asks, what happened to Exo Mecha? It's dead. What happened to that game?
They said it was going to be out at the end of 2020, and it's 2023, and they haven't said a word. So that game was
That's weird.
Ganky looking at. Is ganky a word? Janky. Janky. It was Genki. Genki's the dude in Saints Row. That game looked weird. Like it had an execute. It had an execute button that like looked like Dreamcast guy's thumbnail when you would execute an enemy.
Yeah.
No. Shout out to Dreamcast guy, good guy. But shut up, Gas. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot more stuff. Let me make sure I've got everything covered. Gas, it's late. Thank you so much for being here. This has been a really good show. I like hanging with you, and I really appreciate you being here. Otherwise, I would sit here by myself and go, games?
Yeah. Games. Bruv. Yeah, no, it's
It's
quite
super late for you, bro. It's like what, 3:20?
Yeah, I just came back from the gym doing freaking chest. My arm is murked. I'm old. Yeah, man. Like, thanks for having me, man. It was a good chat. This momentous occasion, ABK, industry changer. I don't get to speak that much about it as I want to. I can't wait to do my solo stuff. But yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for inviting me.
Are you working on a video, and when do you think you're going to be unveiling everything with your new rebrand?
So my video, I haven't really properly started on it, but I think I can murk that because I kind of partially worked on it. It's the CMA receipts, so people need to get murked, bruv. But my channel is
You're
having
more interested in murking people?
Yeah, absolutely. But in terms of relaunch for my channel, is going to be big, man. This is not insignificant. I need to turn the camera so you can't see the changes. But it's going to be mad in terms of content, weekly content streams as well. I've gone all out. I'm doing something with it. I don't know if people will they will love it.
You quit your job and disowned your family so you could get this launch off the ground, right?
I'm my own man now. No, I'm not doing the UK full time. Can you imagine if I did that? I'd go be freaking arrested.
You'd be living in your '97 Honda Civic.
But it'd be sick if I did it full time. I would make so much mad content. I would do so much if I could do this full time. But maybe one day. But I'm gonna make some mad content. I can't wait to show you guys. Sorry, I'll be quiet now.
Be quiet. No way. Mario Luis Andresa with the Australian 5490. Thank you so much for the super. He says, Colton Gaz, great surprise today. You're a fan from Brazil here. Hope Microsoft make the best of the vast catalog of games of ABK. Bring more platformers, old school games such as Hexen. Blow our heads away. Just blow them clean off our shoulders, he says. And Aluminium 54 with the, yes, I said aluminium, even though he spelled it American way. He says, welcome. Nice. Welcome back and happy birthday, Gas.
Thank you, Matt. Oh my God. I'm so thanks. I just remembered. I haven't had that in a while. Who was that?
That was Aluminium 54. Yeah. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Thank you. It's been a good time. Lots of games coming. Here, I'll just pop up the roadmap before we get out. Like, oh no, PlayStation, no. Just kidding.
Right. No, forget that one. The one where you have all the
This one?
I have seen the infographics come out. I can't see it here. I'll have to see it on stream.
You'll see it in a second. I just brought it back up. The Open Critic one, you mean?
I think Clobro, no, you shared like with the studios that they had before 2013 or something, and now. Bro, you have to zoom out bad. It's like the whole screen is covered in like I have seen those list wars. I've lived through that. I've seen the bad Xbox. These infographics that Cole is making is designed purposely to burn the ponies, is despite what he said. Because the list wars that was empty for ages. Yeah, you. Yeah.
I would never. I'm better than that. You know what?
Yeah,
when Nick Marseille said, "Where's Naughty Dog? Where's Ben Studios? Where's Guerrilla Games? Where's Sucker Punch?" And I go, "Hope this helps." And I go,
"Once you put in the roadmap thing."
With the roadmap, I go, "Hope this helps."
I saw some people like, "This is a disingenuous one. Let me update it." And I don't know what parameters they've used to update it. I can't be.
Well, they start putting all the rumor stuff because we know that Ghost of Tsushima 2 is probably coming back. What?
They're putting rumored stuff in there.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, because you could. I mean, I thought about it too. Like I could make an alternate version with Tsushima 2. You could put The Sony Santa Monica
Everyone
sci-fi game, right? You can put factions in there and pretend like it's not getting canceled. You can put Gears 6, Gears Collection. You can put, all that crap. But I thought, why not just do one with the announced games? And it burns! But,
Bro, the roadmap is crap. If I was a PlayStation fan, I'd be pissed. Even Spider-Man at 91, I'd be pissed. I'm like,
I sent it to someone who shall not be named, and they said, oh, Colt, there's even more games than that we haven't announced. And I'm like, let me breastfeed upon it.
Oh, shit. Marketing money just... I even paid you for that one.
Colt for free. Huh. Let me do your marketing for you, sir. Somebody came after Colbill for
Come
that.
on, you get the scoop, bro. Don't even rinse them. They give you the scoop. Bro, those guys even saying that stuff is like, yo, we got more in the. If they're exuding confidence in your party chats or your cult meeting or wherever you're having these conversations,
The breakfast meetings.
Yeah, or DMs or like OnlyFans, but wherever you're having these conversations, it's pretty cool. Like it gives. Thanks for your foot on screen
For $1.
That's what you subject me to. I knew someone who actually made like 20 G's a month dipping their feet in beans. I don't understand.
I can do that. I'll do that.
Bro, I would easily just like put it all the time.
Bro, tell me we're doing that. I'll put my feet in Cool Whip for $1 a month. I'm not picky. No, anyway. Guys, thank you so much. This is episode 121. I didn't even stop to say, the station identification, the SSX&C podcast. We're on Colteastwood YouTube channel. We're also on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts. Check it out on Spotify for podcasters. You can also check it out. You just got to listen to it when you want. Like some of the people say while they're driving or working tomorrow. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to hit the outro button, just like with the classic days, bro. Thanks a lot. Good luck with your stuff this week, bro. Call me later.
I'm naked again.